Welcome back. We are going to do the all zodiac forecast, Aries through Pisces as usual. Just going to take a moment to get my cards ready and say hey to you guys if you're in the chat. Good morning. Happy Saturday. I chose to go live today instead of tomorrow because I have plans tomorrow, but I didn't want to leave you guys I didn't want to leave you with nothing because I didn't go live last weekend either, because I went on a little spiritual retreat in the mountains. And if you follow me on Facebook, or Instagram, you probably saw the pictures and the videos on that. And if you don't follow me on Facebook and Instagram, go follow me. There's a lot more of me over there, a lot more videos over there, and it's a little bit more personal on my Facebook if you're interested in that. But anyways, yeah, I went on a little bit of a retreat and it was amazing. So I'm back. We are going to start with Aries. I'm feeling these cards. They're my oldest cards. I don't know. I have so many new and beautiful cards. Thank you, Melissa, for the $9.99. I appreciate you, girl. Happy to be here with you, too. I don't know why I keep being drawn to this deck because there's nothing special about it, but for some reason, I really like this deck. So I'm going to use this for you. Person you are dealing with, I'm actually going to use one of my other traditional decks. Give me 1 second, please. Or maybe not. Where is it? I don't think I've used this one in a long time. Let's try something new. Let's use these. Whew, I don't even know what the name of this deck is. I actually forgot I had this deck. Well, this should be an interesting read, right? So, collectively speaking, we have a new moon coming up on 8/8, which is also the Lion's Gate, which is also my husband's birthday, which is also why I'm not going live tomorrow. And happy birthday to any of my Leos out here. Happy birthday. I hope it's treating you well. I love Leo season. I like the energy Leo season brings to me, brings to the collective, because it's kind of like this jolt of energy and passion. So I'm looking forward to the new moon energy, and I'm probably going to talk about either the new moon or the full moon on my Facebook later on this week, possibly. But let's go ahead and get started. I've got my singing bowl ready. I've got my crystals ready. I've got my water ready. And we're going to start with Aries. If you don't like the sound of a singing bowl, cover your ears for a second. Is it 11:11 right now? Well, hot damn. Talk about good timing. You know what I'm saying? All right. Okay. If you don't know how this works or you're new to me, I meditate between every zodiac sign to clear my energy and get any channeled messages that may also be available to the collective. If you meditate, feel free to meditate when I do and send me your energy. It might help me pick up on your story a little bit better. If not, don't worry about it. Just hang out, chill out in the chat while I go into my special space, okay? So I already have a card wanting to flip out for Aries. So let me go ahead and clear the energy. I always ask for messages for the highest good that will connect with anyone who views this video. And let's go. Aries. Okay. Aries. Okay, so some of the images I saw when I went into the meditation there. First of all, the song popped into my head right before I went live, but certainly my guides know that I always begin with Aries. So the song is for Aries, but it's talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, ooh baby. Something you got to talk about. I have no idea the rest of the words. This is the only part of the song that I'm getting through. Um, and then when I went into the meditation, I saw someone pointing like this, like pointing up at someone or maybe pointing at someone. There's something that's being pointed out to you or that you are pointing out to another person, and it's time to talk about it. It's like pointing out the obvious. You know what I'm saying? You may find yourself in a situation, Aries, or have recently found yourself in a situation where you just felt like, let me point out the obvious, you know, or something becoming obvious to you. And I keep getting these messages in the Aries readings where there's something being unveiled. Okay, I've got it twice now and it's here again. So I feel like, and then I heard, you really got me. You really got me. Okay. Something that I'm watching, it's like somebody going like this, like, you really got me, you got me good, like somebody getting someone good, or I feel it's kind of like humorous, but it could be, you know, feeling like you've been had or duped or something. Like, take it as it resonates, right? Because there's a lot of you here, but it's like something really getting you good, or you really getting someone good. Or do I have some practical jokers in here? Do some of you like to do like practical jokes? Because I'm getting the word practical. Or are you dealing with someone in the environment this upcoming week that has that kind of practical joker type of personality, right? Um, really interesting. And then at the very end of the meditation, when I was coming out of it, I got a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not even going to try to go into what that possibly could mean for the collective. I feel like that's just validation for someone that's going to view the reading that has recently watched it, or there's some sort of connection there. Take it or leave it. All right, so let's get into the cards and see what we have going on for you, Aries. Thank you for the $5, sweethearts. I love that you love the readings. Okay, so you have the square here of the challenge. This is talking about there being some challenging energy around you that may be creating some tension or some stalls. This can be a bit of a frustrating energy, or feeling like there's a lot of demands being placed on you. This energy is not meant to hurt you so much as just to like reorient you, refocus your attention so that you can work something out, okay? There's something that needs to be worked out within the energy, or possibly with another person. And that could be where the finger pointing and all of those messages were coming from about you really got me and let's talk about it, right? They just keep giving me that part of the song. Maybe it's time to talk about it, you know? Like, if you're having a challenging moment this upcoming week, Aries, and you have someone that you trust and you can confide in to talk about it, that maybe uplifts your spirit, then reach out to them, you know? Or you might be that person for someone else. So don't be surprised if someone reaches out to you for support, okay? Because that could be vice versa. And the encouragement is if you're the one being the supportive one, is to uplift, maybe through making jokes about it or making light of it, you know? There's sometimes life gets so erratic that it's almost funny, you know, where you almost just kind of gotta laugh about it. Like, really? Wow, this is happening. Okay. You know, and it's like the lighter you can be about this challenging situation or energy that's coming in, the faster things work out. And then you have the card of healing, right? So there's something that's been a challenge that there'll be some healing around, Okay, or it'll be like as quick as the problem arises this week, so does the solution, right? So I don't feel like it'll linger in the energy too long, right? I feel like if a challenging person comes into your environment, say, you'll be quick to want to heal it, or it'll be quick to be healed or solved, right? Which is good news, okay? Because sometimes when things linger, it causes resentment and it decreases our vibration, right? So just something to be aware of. Let's see what else. I just keep hearing that song in my head. That song kind of makes me want to like go-go dance or roller skate or something. I don't know. It reminds me of like a song they would play at the roller skating rink in like the 90s, you know. So let's see. Nine of Wands. Ooh, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I have another song in my head. He says, stop right there. Let me sleep on it. I've gotten that song before, I think, for you, Aries. Maybe after sleeping on something or thinking about something for a little bit longer, it's now time to talk about it. That could be coming from you or someone you're dealing with. Interestingly enough, this is my card of like insomnia or vivid dreaming or nightmares. Some of you might have been having some issues with that, or just being stuck in your head as it pertains to a particular relationship or something you've committed yourself to. It's like committing yourself to something that you feel makes you happy, but it also stresses you out. You know, and it's almost like right when you're ready to kind of give up the struggle or give up the battle, boom, here's some new energy. Here's that new moon energy coming in that sparks something inside of you, that sparks a desire within inside of you, that has you wanting to go more towards your passions and your creativity, right? It's almost like once you give it up to the universe, it comes in with fever. Fever. With fever? Fever. I don't know. Fever. Feverishly. I don't know, I keep getting that word. Feverishly. Let's see the person you're connecting to. There's a song that wants to come through following that word fever or feverishly, and I can't really hear it. All right, person you're connecting to, the Eight of Cups. I like these cards. Why don't I ever use these cards? Oh, wow, that's a whole storybook, so we're not going to go there. I'm going to take this card, and then I'm going to keep this to the side. Someone that you're connecting with or whoever you're coming into contact with, whether energetically or physically this week, this is the energy they'll be in, which is the Eight of Cups in the world. So it's like this person maybe needing a timeout or some space here to kind of gather themselves, okay? To really think about their own life or what's going on in their world, okay? I just heard they think the world revolves around them, which it does, you know. Each of our own realities revolve around us. Who else would it be revolving around, you know? But, or somebody thinking like the world revolves around you, Aries, or their world revolves around you, possibly. It's like they're giving me the word revolving, and then I have a song from Velvet Revolver coming through, which I ain't heard that band in a minute. Could be that there's a revolving door with this person energetically, or there is, I just keep getting the word revolve. So let's see what the extra message is about. You have the Prince of Discs. So some slow-moving energy on this person's side, but they are slowly building up here and seeking justice or balance in a situation. That's what I felt. They're really either taking time out to care for themselves or needing to, because they might have some obsessions, addictions, or just bad habits or behaviors that really don't serve them, right? And they're kind of needing this space now to maybe revolve their attention around their own world, so that, as I heard, they need to get right in their own energy before things move forward in this person's life or within this connection if you're connected to them. It's interesting because I got a pointing finger in the image from the meditation, and if you look really closely, and I think I've only used these cards once, so I never noticed that. He's pointing his finger, right? Somebody likes to point the finger. I don't know if that's in a good way or a bad way, but it's an interesting energy that I'm picking up on here. So let's get some guidance on that. Ooh, friendliness. So this could certainly be a friend, right, that you're connecting with, or something that began as a friendship. And or if not, it's just encouraging you to bring that upliftment to the situation, to make it friendly, okay? I'm not saying be fake. I'm not saying lower your standards, but I'm saying a kind heart goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? And there's like some sort of encouragement here towards friendliness when it comes to healing a challenging energy, all right? You could also have connecting friends, you know, like you have same or similar friendship network than this person, and that could be what's connecting you. Or there's a lot more in common with you and this person than maybe it meets the eye, right? And this says gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you will start to attract prosperity and abundance. Well, that's solid advice, isn't it? And follow your creative pursuits, what makes you happy. Here's the thing, is sometimes people think that they have to work really hard to get to success. But when you're following your genuine interest and passions, when you are allowing the universe to show itself to you, it actually comes with great ease, because you just do one feel-good thing into the next feel-good thing into the next feel-good thing. I know that's hard to grasp your mind around, but success is not always a result of really hard work. Sometimes it's a result of just following your intuition and going with what feels natural and good to you, and being okay with that, okay? Because sometimes people feel like if it comes too easy, it's not worth it. That's not always true, you know? I don't know why I feel the need to give you that additional message, but it's like you're creating a challenge where there should be ease when it comes to something around your passions or possibly like career and money. That's a side note. All right, so you could be dealing with a Leo, a Taurus, or have that in your chart, or Capricorn, or Sagittarius, Libra, Pisces, Taurus again. But to me, the world also represents all the fixed signs, so Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. All right, so let's go to Taurus now. I got all my moderators in here today. Carmen, what's up, boo? Hey, Rebel Angels. Glad you could join me, guys. Hey, Infinite. I think I saw Erin in here. What's up, girl? That's what's up. Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, I heard a Billy Joel song, which is really interesting because I played this song on one of my lives on Facebook. It was just a random chatting live. And it was a few days ago. I took it down though. But he says, in the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. Some of you are sleepwalkers, possibly. But that's not what the song is about. It's actually a really beautiful song about, just go take a listen to the lyrics. But he says, so I can finally find what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. To the river so deep, I've been searching for something so hard to find. You'll never really see through the eyes of the blind, something like that. So, I mean, definitely look up the lyrics to that song. It's like kind of seeing the light after maybe a dark period. To me, it is an influential song, so you might have a very influential energy around you. What is Billy Joel's birthday? Does anybody know? It's The River of Dreams. Thank you. That's the name of the song. But, okay, so if anybody knows his birthday, put it in the chat, 'cause I'm always really curious about that. But also, I saw randomly, after that song went away, a perfectly red bell pepper. I don't know why. Maybe some of you like bell peppers, or or you're cooking with bell peppers, or you're hot like a pepper. Aye. I don't know. Because I always think of a hot tamale, you know, like... Is he a Taurus? Oh my gosh. Oh my, of course he is. Of course he is. I swear I did not know that. Now it makes so much sense as to why that song came in. Okay, we'll go check out that song. All right, so let's see, Taurus. You have the moon here. Okay, Piscean energy. For some of you, this is all about your feelings, your emotions, your instinct, your intuition. It's a very sensitive vibration, okay? So you could be dealing with someone like that, or this could be your energy. It's also really focused on your home and your family and things being illuminated, okay? This is a nighttime energy, so please go look at the lyrics to that song, because I feel like it's significant. This also talks about embodying your privacy a little bit more, going into this more self-soothing, maybe even introverted type of energy, Taurus, where you're listening to your emotions and you're allowing yourself to feel the emotions. Now, interestingly enough, I just had some air run through me, aka a burp. Okay, but I covered my mouth. And then I looked down. Don't judge me. And it says gut reactions and digestion. So for some reason, digestion is being highlighted. Don't ew me. Like, you don't burp, Ryan. Get out of here. Anyways. You might just be a little airy, Taurus. I don't know. Watch your diet. That could be why they showed me bell peppers. I think I feel like bell peppers are good for you for a lot of reasons, but maybe check that out. I don't know. That's right. It's better out the attic than the basement. Right, Carmen? You know? You hold it in too long, then it's bound to come out the other way. All right, so Seven of Pentacles. I don't know why we're talking about this. Oh my gosh. Seven of Pentacles, vision. Please excuse me, Taurus. So there's some sort of energy around either the dream state or something you've dreamed of having and your vision for the future. Okay, so I feel like there might be something that's being illuminated with how you're feeling about where you envision your future at, and kind of placing time and energy into the buildup of things that you've had in your sights for a while. And this could be related to home, real estate, but it could also be just related to building up yourself and building up your confidence when it comes to how you're feeling about yourself, getting more in tune with your emotional self. Okay? Because like I said, I feel a bit of a sensitivity coming in. Let's see. Ten of Swords. The World. The Devil. Whoa. Okay, some of you have way overdone it. Or there's a caution here about overdoing something. You know, extending yourself too far, overthinking something, letting yourself get burnt out. Maybe within the job, within a relationship, within a home, doesn't matter. But I specifically heard the word burnt out. And then it's like this energy coming in of the World card, which is kind of evolving the situation while you take some time to go care for yourself. So it's almost like this, Taurus. The encouragement is to take some time out for yourself and just kind of let the universe take over while you sleep, maybe. Or, you know, if you have been overexerting your mind, thinking that you need to be thinking about a problem in order to get a solution, only to find out all it does is mentally exhaust you. This is guidance that says take your focus off of it for a while because it's just depleting your energy. And while you rest, things will start to turn in the energy without your focus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get it in our mind that we need to do more than we actually need to do, or we need to think about something in order to get to the bottom of it, only to find out the bottom is bottomless. You know, and then it becomes obsessive, then it becomes compulsive, then it becomes toxic, right? Then it gets more confusing. And this is like, just walk away from it, energetically speaking, okay? And if you have children, spend some more time with your children. If you don't, get reconnected with your inner child, right? Your inner child, when you were a child, right? Before you were self-conscious about your body or comparing yourself to others or worried over life, when you were pure positive energy as a child, right? The only thing that you cared about doing every day was having fun. And everything was so new, you know? And so it's like reconnecting with that part of yourself, Taurus, that can make light of a situation, or that can help make you feel connected again to that inner child within you. Or like I said, for some of you, literally children. So you walked away from a past mistake, and that's cool. But unless you leave it in the past in your mind, it is always going to be part of your present. And that's really specific. That's for like one person here. Maybe multiple of you. I don't know. It's like someone here is keeping alive something from the past because they keep renewing it in their mind. in the middle of the night. Now they're giving me the song again. I go walking in my sleep. I'm gonna go listen to that song again. I love that song. The Strength card and the Five of Cups. Leo energy for some of you. So the person or people you're connecting with, okay, is in the energy of, you know, really... Oh, okay. I was going to say they're confident, but it's a false facade. I'm not saying this person is never confident, but right now they're trying to put on a brave face when really they need a timeout as well. Or they might be going through something that has really got them worried, remorseful possibly, you know, like not focused on what's right and instead focused on like all the things they need to do or what's wrong with the situation, but still trying to keep this very confident or strong facade. This person might be someone who tries to overpower their emotions, you know, like, or they don't maybe like to be vulnerable with their emotions in general. But either way, I feel like this person they're trying to overpower as opposed to process an emotion. And it might really get to them in the middle of the night. But it's like this person might be going through their own awakening, where they're starting to see through the shadows, okay, of their own self-taught misery. Self-taught misery. Oh, okay. So there's a message here about this person, like either they have convinced themselves that, I don't know how to describe this. Misery loves company. I'm not really sure. I'm not saying this person is trying to be in that, but they have somehow convinced themselves that it's normal to think worrisome or negative thoughts versus positive thoughts. You know, like someone who sees like overly optimistic people as being unrealistic because they have taught themselves that that's not realistic, but that's not true. That's just how they're perceiving it. It's like their perception. It's something they've been taught or something they have allowed to come into their energy as like a habitual, repeated thinking, way of thinking. I'm sorry. Certainly that could be your energy as well, Taurus, because this could be vice versa, but I'm feeling it on this person's side. I think they do want to have some sort of network or support or open up here. But it's almost like this person sets themselves up for failure, not on purpose, but because they just maybe have had experiences in their life where they come into luck or fortune, or things begin to work out with them and then work out for them, and then it goes away. Like it's not sustainable. I don't know why I'm sitting in this person's energy so long. It's just their own, it's like a self-taught behavior, which they can teach themselves out of if they become aware of it. So that's why I think they have this awakening coming in, so they can become aware of it, so that they can heal it, right? And feel it. Heal it and feel it. That's what I feel. Says we are the world. So you're connected to this person energetically, okay? But you're connected to every human being on this earth energetically because we're all part of the collective, right? The God source. But what I mean is you might feel very close tie with this person. You might have energetic cords with this person. You both kind of are in a similar energy, but for different reasons. But it's still connected somehow. support. I still have that song playing in my back of my head. Okay. It says support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. This is the connectedness card, meaning every relationship that you draw into, whether you feel it's significant or not, is a part of your purpose and your path. Ooh. Sorry. All right, could be dealing with any of the fixed signs, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Capricorn here. And I had Pisces, Virgo. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. So, Gemini, I did not pause, Kristen, but I get that all the time. All right, so Gemini, as soon as I went into the meditation, the song like switched like a record player from Billy Joel, which I got in Tauruses, to Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison, or the version by Roy Orbison. Which is interesting because I got the Pretty Woman reference in Capricorn's reading. I can't remember which reading it was. It was a few weeks ago, I think. Some of you could be connecting with the Capricorn or have that placement in your chart. And I believe I also got it for Aquarius. Could be having that in your chart as well. You could just like that movie, like that artist, like that song, you know, I don't know. But they also showed me like a fog, you know, in the morning where the fog starts to like lift off the earth. Especially if you live in a mountainous area or a hilly area. It's like every morning there's a slight fog that lifts, okay? And what I'm getting from that is that there's like some sort of fog lifting over the Gemini energy, okay? And I have no idea why the song Pretty Woman has anything to do with that, other than some of you are a pretty woman. Maybe you need to embrace that, because I heard, I'm so pretty. Or if you're a male Gemini, you might be dealing with a pretty woman. I don't know. But just take it how you want. Gemini's been going through like this kind of weird energy where it's been really focused on like generational stuff and self-image and kind of like first house type of energy. Every time I get into Gemini's energy, that's what I feel. So maybe check out where your first house is at, okay, in your birth chart. But I got some sort of fog lifting energy. And then they also showed me what looked to be a sandwich or a hamburger or something. And somebody was splitting it in half with another person. That could literally be happening, or it's just like sharing is caring type thing, or I don't know. I heard split energy as well. Some of you might be feeling a little bit of that split energy, which is pretty common for Gemini, you know. And then for a very few of you, I heard a feeling of being pulled apart or pulled open, whatever that means. So let's see what the cards say. You've got Leo. I keep getting Leo energy because I think it's Leo season, but some of you are dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your birth chart, or it's just because we're in Leo season, like I said. But this is bringing out your more expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm pieces of you, right? And allowing yourself to maybe be a little bit extroverted, you know, be a little bit more I want to say confident, but I don't feel like that's the right word. Now I have to sneeze. Be that's not gonna come to me. Oh well. It's like being proud of your accomplishments, like being proud of who you are, you know. And I don't mean that in like an egotistical way. I mean just genuinely being like, I love who I am. I love my life. You know, this is the only life I'm living, so I might as well enjoy it. Like that type of vibe coming through, you know. Get out of the comparison game if some of you have been in that, because say if you've been comparing yourself or your skills or your looks or something to another person, it's splitting you apart. It's pulling your energy apart. So focus on you, you, you. How do you feel about you? Love who you are as you are right now, not who you're going to be, not who you were in the past, but who you are right now is perfect enough in the eyes of Source. Yeah. Now, some of you have a person you're connecting with that I feel is intimate, but it could be a platonic connection, like a friend or family member that is seeing you through loving eyes. Like they see you and they see that in you, right? You have the power of the Magician coming in, Gemini, which is like, to me, this is like a really magical energy. And it talks about manifestation, right? And having everything you need to be a conscious manifester. But sometimes this can also be manipulation of energy. So there's a fine line, and I think that's where the split comes in. Okay? Thank you for the 4444, Geraldine. I appreciate you. It's almost like that. It's like a fine line between manifesting and manipulating energy. And there really is a fine line, right? It becomes manipulation when you're doing things to try and cause someone else to behave a different way. That's also bordering what they would call in the spiritual community as a little bit of black magic. It is manifestation when you are focused solely on your intentions and not the intentions of another, and you're trying to change self in a situation to get a different result. Okay, so keep that in mind. Your job is not to change other people or create things for other people. It is to always focus on self and where are you at in that situation, and how can you change? Do you want to change in that situation? And coming at it from that aspect. Okay, so, and if this isn't you, Gemini, you could be dealing with someone who is borderline manipulative. Or it borders into that arena, okay? But I feel like the majority of the Geminis watching me are high vibing. So I think you already know that, right? So let's see. That card flip it didn't come out. The Tower, of course the Tower would be here. And the Chariot. I heard split decision. there's like a split in the energy and it keeps coming up. Look at this. Do you see how this person is splitting their attention or, you know, looking away from the Tower, right? Oh, Gemini. Be careful not to ignore red flags, right? Some of you are like not paying enough attention to your energy and your own intentions or the intentions of another, you know, because the Tower is coming in to say there's some sort of instability going on within your life, okay, or within this connection that maybe you don't see coming, like a change coming in that you don't see or didn't see. I heard a switch up. Don't let this put you on guard, because I feel like some of you are like, oh, you know, wanting to guard against this, because the Tower is always for your highest good, even though it may not feel that way. But it's like something has to change in the situation, and the more you try to push it away, the more you call it into you, because there's healing behind that. Could be with the King of Wands, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But doesn't have to be, just someone who embodies these qualities, or maybe you're embodying it, of a fire sign, right? Could also be Aquarius, Scorpio involved. Some of you just might catch yourself in a certain kind of mood where you've got split personalities, or we all do, you know, like where like one day you're feeling like you're on the right path and the next day you're feeling unstable and a little bit guarded, a little bit defensive. And it's going back and forth in the energy, right? But I feel like the instability is going to pass, right? Because there's healing here, and then here's the stability showing up again as you go through the energy. Some of you are trying to like avoid a Tower moment. It's almost like this, Gemini, like trying not to rock the boat, right? Trying to keep things light, possibly, but knowing in the back of your mind that eventually there's going to be some change needed in the situation. Kind of putting your defenses up because you're not feeling ready. But sometimes the universe says, well, you're ready. And you may not believe that, but you are ready. You know, or like there's a ready change coming in anyways, and it's gonna help to put you like in a higher vibration or on your path, or provide some healing around you. Let's see the person you are dealing with, the Moon. Okay, I'm going to say this, and I was going back and forth in my mind whether I wanted to say it, because I don't do these types of readings. But Gemini, if you're traveling, okay, soon, there might be some unexpected changes in the travel arrangement, okay? And the reason why I don't usually talk about this or warn people is because then people try to change their route, or they get all anxious about it, and then they end up calling in to them more of what they don't want. Here's what I'm saying. I feel like things are just fine, okay? Just, there's some unexpected changes here. Some of you, this is past energy, you've already experienced it. That's for those of you, this is a small pocket of you that aren't paying attention while you're driving. Pay attention while you're driving. And that's not to make you scared or nervous. You're well, you're fine, you're guided, you're whatever. But I can't, I wanted to move past it, and I got a no to, okay, so I said it. All right, so the person you're connecting with is the Moon and the Seven of Discs. And then I got a whole little book here. So you could be dealing with Pisces as well. This is like the person you're connecting with needing to follow their intuition when it comes to some goals that they have in their own life. I feel like this person has a vision, right? And they may even be having visions in the dream state. Some of you are connecting with an Aries. They had a similar message. But it's like things getting ready to birth into fruition for this person. And then there's this extra message here about this person having a lot of things to choose from, but they don't always make the best choice for themselves. But it's like they're being supported in the energy to choose a different route of the way they're going about something. And then some sort of justice and balance being brought into the situation for them. This person may have been waiting a long time because they were a little bit confused about what they wanted. And then now coming to some sort of realization, right, about what they want, and then coming forward, emotionally expressing or letting you know what's up, Gemini, if this is like an intimate partner. I can't remember if I got this in your, but I heard all aboard again. I don't remember who's reading. I guess it was maybe Capricorn. Let's see. Awareness. That's what I said. There's some sort of lack of awareness here, like a fog around you or the person you're connecting with. Like, listen, don't just be aware of when you're in a fog and you have a lack of awareness, right? Don't make decisions during that energy. Don't push yourself in that energy. If something feels off to you, listen to your intuition, like that type of vibe, you know? There's some sort of awareness that needs to be brought to the situation that is coming in because, right, I saw the fog lifting, right? This says soul power. Always remember you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. So that's what I was saying earlier. That's why I didn't really want to give that message, because I don't want you to go out all anxious and freaked out and all that crap. Because you're guided, because your soul and your well-being is so much bigger and than you could imagine, you know, so you have like a little bit of a cush around you, right? But I'm just telling you right now, if you've been ignoring something or you've been in a fog, as best as you can, I would clear your energy out and not make decisions until that fog lifts. Could be dealing with a Libra, a Leo, a Pisces. I heard Leo moon sign for some of you, or you have a Leo moon. I'm not sure. Cancer, Scorpio, Aquarius. And I felt Aries energy. So. Was all aboard in the Pisces reading? Okay, some of you dealing with Pisces. Okay, Cancer. Cancer. So, Cancer. There's something here about trying to see something from someone else's perspective or from another person's viewpoint. And that's tricky territory, right? Because no matter how much we try to empathize and be in other people's shoes, we can't literally embody another person's energy and emotions. We can understand them, we can seek to understand, but it's not really your job to do that. It's your job to know what your perspective is and how you feel, and keep your energy and focus there. But some of you are really trying to get a grasp on, I guess, the way someone else sees something. And if this isn't you, no, I feel this is you. Some of you are being encouraged to maybe put the shoe on the other foot. Okay? I guess it's possible that this isn't you. Maybe someone's trying to see something from your perspective. But interestingly enough, they kept showing me the cornea, behind the cornea. It was almost like I was looking through someone else's eyes, where I could see the back of the eye and the vessels that come out of the back of the eye. Now, some of you, your vision or something to do with the eyes is being highlighted, okay? But it was like dawning a new perspective on something, and that being really prevalent in the energy for Cancer. So, let's see. I would get Libra energy. Notice how my energy, when I shifted from Gemini to Cancer, it like mellowed out or something, or got a little bit more serious. But what's interesting about this picture is, right, it's Libra energy, which some of you have in your chart, but look at the focus is on her, what, sunglasses, her eyes. And Libras are notorious for trying to see both sides of a situation. They're natural mediators. That's kind of what they're good at. Now, some of you have like a significant Libra placement in your rising or moon possibly, or anywhere in your chart, but you might also be dealing with one. Others of you, this is like encouraging you to embody that, right? This more harmonious, this more cooperative energy of not choosing sides or not assuming that you understand how someone else feels or how they see things, and not obsessing over it either. It's like be a little easy in the energy, and that's what's going to make the week flow in really nice. It's a very considerate approach, okay? As opposed to a very judgmental standpoint. It's taking all things into consideration before reaching a conclusion. That was a long sentence and that was specific. Taking all things into consideration before reaching some sort of conclusion. Then you have the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. Woo! Some of you got some fire in your chart. You could be dealing with the fire sign as well. But this is inspiration and recognition. So out of this ability to stay balanced in the energy comes like inspiration and recognition, like some sort of reward. Like there's a reward in the ability to stay neutral in a topic or a situation or with a person. And it's like, if you can do that, then it's like you'll be recognized for that, or there'll be some sort of success around that. Now, some of you are just literally, celebrating successes, feeling inspired, feeling some sort of spark in your life right now. And it could be with a partner, it could be in other areas of your life, but it's like the ideal situation, the ideal energy setup, okay? The Devil, the Eight of Wands, Capricorn energy here for some of you. Whoa, oh my gosh, that was surprising. So Cancer, I don't know how else to put this. Some of you, the reason the encouragement here is to see things from all viewpoints is because some of you underneath, meaning internally, in private, have very strong negative opinions about this person or situation because you're not seeing it from the other person's point of view, or you're refusing to do that. And maybe it's because they refuse to do that for you, but two rights don't make a wrong. It only perpetuates more negative karma. So you could participate in that. You have free will, but just know you are also tying yourself to that when you try to do an eye with an eye. Some of you are trying to act like you're very okay with something and you are not okay with it. So also, don't fake it either. I'm not saying fake it. I'm saying just be honest with yourself, because some of you might get, because sometimes all this fire energy, instead of being inspiration, can be frustration, anger, getting triggered, like something you've been sitting on for a while and then getting triggered and being like, I will cut you down to size, don't even play, goodbye. Like, you might really take it there. For real. I don't know what's going on with the Cancer energy lately, but y'all, don't be messing with the Cancers right now. They are not down for it, okay? Like, I feel like there's a viciousness. Okay, and please don't take this personal if it isn't you. This might not be your reading. I feel like if this is you, you know it's you, right? And it certainly could be you're picking up the energy of another person, but say this was someone you're dealing with that can be quite mean and not always truthful, not always sees things from your perspective. Just you thinking of them in that way means that you are also embodying that energy to some degree because you're seeing them through the eyes of judgment. Some of you are not trying to judge this person, or you might be trying to see things from their perspective, but every time you try to go there, you're just like, no, you're stupid. I don't care. Like, I don't know. I'm getting like a really harsh vibe here, okay? Please don't make this fit if it doesn't fit. So no wonder I got the message to start the reading about this being a neutral and a mediator, and take it all into perspective, Because I think right now you've got like laser focus, and it's not necessarily on the positive aspects of a person or a situation. And it's kind of brewing inside, and then some of y'all might snap. And yet, out of that, for some reason, like once that energy passes, it makes you aware of how grateful you are that you're you and not them. Oh, 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 okay. You know, so, oh my goodness. I don't know what to say about that. Okay. You know, sometimes when, I'm just going to be real with you, okay? Because humans are humans and this is how we behave. You ever meet someone that's like really toxic and you can't help but to be like, that person is full of baloney, and you just don't like their energy. You don't like it. But at the same time, you're glad that you have had that person in your life or that experience, because now you know absolutely who you do not want to be. And then it kind of gives you this sense of like, well, I'm not like that. So, like, I'm glad I'm me. And there. I'm not saying it's the most mature approach, but you know, sometimes people come into our lives because they want to show us who we are not. I'm just saying. But I feel like that's whatever. Take it or leave it. If it ain't your reading, don't make it fit. But I'm not going to try and generalize it when that is exactly the message. So, oh God. Let's see the person you're connecting with. 5 of Cups, 9 of Cups. This person is hurting. Or it's like you might really, really hurt this person's feelings if you were to express this. So it's like, you can feel how you want to feel internally, but when you start making it external to you, there are karmic repercussions, whether you're justified or not. Right. Or it could be that you're seeing someone as like really toxic and icky, but really what's going on with them, maybe they have really bad behavior, but really what's going on with them is they're suffering, they're in a lot of pain, they're feeling insecure, they've got a lot of regrets, and they're trying to cover that up. And you may not know that this person is going through something much deeper than that. So it's easy to judge when we're on the outside of a situation, right? Thank you for the $4.99 new moon. It's easy to be like, oh, that person is so full of themselves, or so this, or so that, or so this. But a lot of times when we judge, we're truly judging ourselves in the process, FYI. But truly what's going on with this person is maybe a lot of insecurity that they've dealt with, or a lot of regret, or a lot of emotional processing that's going on that you're not aware of. Maybe this person went through a lot of suffering to get where they're at, and that's why they come off the way they come off. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Cancer, I don't feel, even if you know this person intimately, that you know their full story, possibly, or where they're coming from. You might be perceiving it as one way when it's really another way. And there's karma involved, okay? So I'm being drawn to a saying, and I don't want to get it wrong. They say that how other people treat you is their karma, but how you react to those people is your karma, right? So, something to think about here. I feel like I'm being so hard on you. Like, y'all, I'm not saying you don't have a reason to feel the way you feel, and we all get triggered, okay? Live and learn, right? And honestly, it'll settle down anyways. But if you can avoid it, I would suggest an avoidance of that. Because if you avoid this toxicity over here, by keeping your thoughts to yourself maybe this week and finding some neutrality in the energy, Instead, what you'll get is inspiration and recognition. But if you go in the direction of the toxic behavior, all of this becomes mute. Creates more of a struggle, right? Ah! All these cards came out. All right, so you have the card of guidance. So you're being guided to take the neutral approach. That is the guidance. Thank you for the $10, Erica. Appreciate you, girl. All right, let's see what this deck has to say. New beginnings. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore continuously changing and evolving. Be aware that a new beginning is on the horizon. Have courage and faith, because right now life is trying to nudge you forward and move you in a new direction. Yeah, that's where the inspiration and success is coming from. And you know how the new beginning begins? By embodying this neutral, fair, considerate approach. Otherwise, you delay the new beginning. Somebody gave me a super chat and I didn't see it. Thank you, Kathleen. I'm glad it resonated. Okay, that was enough for you, Cancer. You could be dealing with a Libra, obviously. Capricorn energy. Any of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio. I felt heavy fire, though. Aries or Sagittarius, I guess, is possible as well. Okay, Leo babies. Just give me 1 second. Like, my nose is itchy and I don't want to be all like itching it in front of you guys. Hold, please. Whew. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't know why this happens to me, but I know it's got to happen to other people. Why does the door handle always get stuck on these little loops on my shorts? Every time. And it always has me looking stupid. Like, I'll be going to walk out the door and the door handle will get a hold of it and just like yank me back. It happens to me all the time. It just happened to me. That's why I was laughing. Like, I went to leave the bathroom and I got a hold of my pant loop. Like, why? How is that possible? Anyways. Annoying, right? All right, Leo. So, Leo, you might be feeling the need to pour out your emotions to someone right now, or somebody might be doing that for you. Hey, your birthday season's coming out, and usually people are really nice to you around your birthday, right? So it's like an emotional outpouring. They showed me like someone with a bucket and the water flowing out of it, right? Also, it was the water bearer. So some of you dealing with an Aquarius have Aquarius in your chart, but doesn't have to be. But it's just like an outpouring of emotion, right? Coming through. And then coincidentally, I saw what looked like bottle caps and a bottle opener and then a tuning fork. I don't know what all this has to do with each other. I do know tuning forks, right, are used in the medical community to, that causes a vibration, right? Um, so it's almost like getting tuned in and allowing yourself to be more expressive, maybe more emotional. But I feel it in a positive way, although it's going to vary for each of you, right? Um, I'm getting a lot of water references. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or have that in your chart as well. So let's see. Let's see, Leo. Yeah, Gemini energy. Okay, so if you're dealing with a Gemini, check their reading out, or if you have that somewhere in your chart. Very curious, communicative, versatile, flexible energy, okay? Might be a little bit more social, okay? Your social network is being highlighted. Again, I got the term popping bottles, so some of y'all are really gonna go all out for your birthday, you know what I'm saying? But even if you don't drink or go out, it's just like this celebratory type of vibe or very social energy coming through for Leo. It's quite a brilliant energy, right? And I love that they highlight butterflies on this because I feel like butterflies have such a significant spiritual representation of like the caterpillar becoming the butterfly and transitioning into like a new part of your life or transitioning into a new you possibly. It's connecting though with people that have your back. You know, like these are the people that want to see you do well, okay, in your life, showing up for you. You know. I don't know why I'm playing with these cards. Let me get one of these cards. Ooh, aloneness. For some reason, I felt like saying some of you are showing up for you. Some of you are maybe trying to avoid the social part right now. Like maybe some of you would rather spend your birthday or spend your time alone, even though there's a lot of sociability going on around you or available to you. Or it could be that you're going from this introverted phase into this more extroverted phase, okay? Oh, all right. Listen, Leo, if you're in a crowd of people, right, or you're in a partnership, we'll say, and you feel alone, even when you're around these people, those probably are not your people, you know, or not an energetic match to maybe where you're at in this moment. Not saying, you know, they're never going to be an energetic match, but you know, like it's almost like being in an environment where you feel alone even when you're not alone, or you prefer to be alone rather than with the company of a certain person or a certain group of people. You know, like maybe someone's inviting you out and you're like, I'd rather stay home in my PJs. You know, like some of you feel like the loner even when you're out with the group of people. Some of you might respectively decline something this upcoming week or prioritizing yourself over the group. Okay. So I guess it depends, Leo, right? It seems like there's two different groups of you here. Some of you that are ready to get out there and spread y'all wings, because now I have Fergie. Oh my God, this is so funny. I have Fergie in my head. Spread y'all wings. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna do it that way. Looking all fly and shit. So fly. Okay, the reason why I'm laughing is because I've had that song in my head for like a week now. And I recently went on a trip to the mountains with my husband, who is a Leo. And I kept singing that song, and I kept wanting to do the twerk TikTok. I don't know why. It's just like I could not get it out of my head. And so, like, every 5 seconds, I'd be like, only doing my thing. And so it would come up in this reading. Like, check out that song. What is Fergie's birthday? What is Fergie's birthday? Sorry, that was just a side note. It just made me laugh. That song popped up. Um, does anybody know? Anyways, let's get further into it, shall we? The Hierophant in the reverse. Oh, the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Leo, it's okay to cancel plans if you don't want to go. Some of y'all, you're trying to maybe do the right thing, right? If you've committed yourself to something, you're trying to show up. But it's like if it stresses you out, give yourself permission to cancel the plans or say, yeah, I'm not really up to it. I feel like just giving yourself permission to set your own schedule. I'm not saying be flaky, but maybe this week, instead, figure out what feels good to you. Does it make you feel good around those people or in that situation? And if the answer is no, then politely decline. Okay? Some of you are like trying to commit yourself to things or people or places that stress you out when you would prefer to go it alone. And this doesn't even have to be about outings. It could also be in relationships, in the work environment, whatever, within family. Is she an Aries? Okay, well, now you said Leo. I don't know. Is she an Aries or a Leo? You might be connecting with an Aries, I guess. Anyways, I was just curious what her birthday was. There's like this emotional part of you as well. Like there's something also going on in the background about a broken commitment or a fractured relationship. It could be with an intimate partner, but it could also be with a mother in particular. I specifically got that word. But take it as it resonates. It's like wanting to be maybe social or trying to stay committed to something you've already put into motion or that you've committed yourself to. But then, like, just kind of feeling stressed out about that because underneath that, you might have some other emotional things going on that you're trying to move past that's kind of heavy. And maybe wanting to focus more on your security, your financial security, your home, or feeling comfortable in that and getting some rest. Some of you might overdo it and then you're going to need some rest. Like you overcommit and then you're going to need a timeout. Maybe after you, like that song says, looking all fly and shit, Anyways. Wheel of Fortune on this person's side. I don't like to infuse my personal life on any of the readings, but the readings are coming through me. So there's a kind of impossible to completely detach myself from it. But I just want to tell you what I've observed in the Leos in my life, whether it be friends or whatever. Leo, you generally have a high sense of commitment. And thank you, Elizabeth, for the 1999. Appreciate you, girl. It's coming from that fixed part of you. You know, like when you get fixed on something, when you've committed yourself to something, it's hard to push you off the course, right? But sometimes I have noticed that Leos overcommit, or they say yes even when they don't want to, because they feel that they need to be the person to show up, you know, or they have a strong sense of duty. I don't know. And sometimes you push yourself too far. Like, I was literally just having a conversation with a Leo the other day where I said, it's okay to tell people no. Like, if you don't want to do it, just say no. Just don't do it. You know what? The Leo did it anyways. Did it anyways. Because of that strong sense of, well, I said I would, so I've got to. And trust me, nothing wrong with reliability, okay? Nothing wrong with, like Infinite said, that dutifulness. But when it comes at the expense of your own capacity, then I say, okay, people will understand. It's okay to say no sometimes. Thank you for the $9.99 style and Grace. Carmen, don't give me money. Is Shaylee girl in the chat? Shaylee! Shaylee, why aren't you a moderator anymore? How did that happen? What's up, girl? I missed you so much. Sorry. Hold on a second. Shaylee is one of my OGs. Meaning, she's been with the channel for a while. I'm happy to see you in here. We got the whole gang here. We need to have like a WebEx and wine after this. I'm sorry, I'm having so much ADD right now. If y'all in the chat, you want to hang out later, I might do a hangout on my Facebook later. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so person you're dealing with, Leo, don't get mad at me for going off topic, but everything happens for a reason, right? Person you are dealing with, Leo, is the Wheel of Fortune, the Princess of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So, this is someone that you're connecting with, that you might have karma with, that you might have some ties with. This person is wanting to connect or network, or I don't know, you might have a friendship connection with this person as well. But I feel their energy is opening up, you know, like slowly but surely opening up, maybe after a period of them wanting to be alone, right? But I feel too that there's something going on that's a little fishy in this person's energy. I have a song in my head. Something about a battlefield, battle scars. Love is like a battlefield. Is that a song? Oh, hold on. I have to close my ears. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. Oh, I haven't heard that song in a while. This time, I will be bulletproof. Okay, that could be coming from you or the person you're connecting with. There's a bit of defensiveness on this person's side, and not always really showing their true feelings, okay? Because sometimes this is making false promises. You may have done that. This person may have done that. It's sometimes like a two-faced energy, or this person being of two minds about a situation. Some of you are dealing with two different people. You've got, like I said, like I feel like a more friendly type of energy here that you've shared a lot of time with, maybe shared karma with. They're wanting to open up or see you open up during this time frame. And then there's another energy or another person showing up that has some battle scars here, or they have a defensive and kind of a deceptive energy. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden it clicked into my head. that the last title of your reading was Who's the Lurker? Some of you, it's that same person. Check that reading out if you haven't yet. And check that song out, okay? All right, so let's get some guidance on this. Be careful of people who give you false promises, you know, or are always seemingly never telling the truth, you know, but then when you confront them on it, they get really defensive with you. It's like that energy, like, you know, someone's not telling the truth. You know, when you catch someone in a lie, and as opposed to them just saying, like, okay, fine, I lied, instead they're like, no, screw you, you know, or like they get defensive. Somehow they try to put it back on you, or they storm off, like they refuse to admit something, you know. And I feel that that's what this third energy is about here. And, you know, the third parties aren't always like two intimate partners. Some of you may be, you know, but it can also be like family members and friends and people in your social circle that make you feel alone. Those are not your people. I feel like that's one of those people here. Oh, yeah. If you let it get in your head, Leo, don't get all in your head, you know. Okay, they're giving me a what's that saying? They say, don't ask yourself why you keep attracting clowns. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. Something like that. Something like that. All right, let's see the guidance. Listen. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but what lies beneath the words. What lies beneath? Okay. So you've got Gemini energy here, Taurus energy here, and water. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and I saw an Aquarian symbol in my meditation, so it could be that as well. Now I want to hear the rest of that song. Who sings that song? This time, baby. Thank you, Kathleen, for the $20. Appreciate you. Okay, Virgo. Virgo. La Rue Bulletproof. And then Love is a Battlefield. That's a different song, right? That was the song that initially came through, but then when I went to go listen, it was the other song. All right. Virgo. Was Jordan Sparks' birthday? Did she sing the other song? Oh, Pat Benatar. Take whatever song resonates with you. Anyways, let's go to Virgo. Let's go to Virgo. That was almost immediate. I saw clearly a wolf, and then I heard a wolf in sheep's clothing. It was a white wolf with blue eyes. And then it kind of morphed into a dog. What kind of dogs look like wolves? I don't know the dog breed. Something with an S, right? Anyways, there's a dog that is a husky. A husky. Yes. So, very interesting message, right? So when they showed me what looked to be a wolf that turned into a husky, was that sometimes when things appear like a wolf, they're actually a husky, meaning something that seems very intimidating actually is very soft, or if you seem like a wolf in sheep's clothing or you're viewing someone that way, you might be having an inaccurate vision of them. Meaning like they don't hold as much power or is as quite as scary as you believe them to be. Um, right. Or you could be dealing with someone that you feel is a wolf in sheep's clothing, just downright. I feel like this is your opinion, Virgo, but I don't feel it lines up with the truth of the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're seeing someone like that, and I'm not saying that you're completely wrong, but I'm saying there's a softer part of this person that's that you're not aware of, or as you get to know someone, you start to see that they are not as intimidating or as whatever as you thought they were. Or somebody could have seen you as a wolf in sheep's clothing, and now that they've gotten to know you or they've started to see the true Virgo, they're starting to see, like, okay, there's this very soft part to my Virgo. Now, let me tell you this. Virgo energy, whether you're male or female, can come off um, more critical or abrasive, depending on how energetically where you're at on the vibrational scale. Can sometimes come off harsher than you actually are. Because I feel like Virgos in general are very sensitive and actually are very caring people. But I feel that sometimes you get a bad rap, right? Because you don't always appear that way to other people or come off that way at first, right? And I think for the most part, it really frustrates Virgos. That misperception sometimes, right? Or sometimes Virgos will try to overcompensate by trying to be too soft and too nice and too friendly so that people don't see them that way, and then it comes off a little false. It's like trying to chase your tail a little bit. It's just like, for Virgo, be your authentic self. It doesn't even matter how someone perceives you. If they think that you're bad, let them think what they're going to think, right? But I feel like if someone is trying to take the time to get to know you, or maybe you need to take the time to get to know someone else, you'll see underneath that there's more than meets the eye. So let's get some cards out and see. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Okay. Second house of assets, Taurus energy, Pisces energy here, and the ascendant. So interesting. There's something here about your career, your material assets, your possessions, and tied to that is your emotional self, your feelings about yourself, your feelings about another. And then it's like also attached to that is your perspective on the world, your perspective on other people. And it's almost like it seems like separate areas of your life, but it all merges into one. It's like how you feel about yourself is how you perceive another. And how you perceive another or the world dictates how your income or your assets come to you. So I don't know why that's showing up in the energy, other than there's something to be looked at when it comes to your perception of how money is made, your perception of how you feel as it pertains to like your worthiness, your smarts, your ability, and also the attitude that you hold within your own energy. This card coincidentally talks about first impressions not being accurate. First impressions not being accurate. Okay, so somebody's first impression of you or your first impression of them was a little bit skewed based on how you were feeling about yourself at the moment that you met. Ah, oh, that's interesting. Or at the moment you connect or something. I have Bonnie Raitt in my head. Let's give him something to talk about, baby. Okay, so some of you are connecting with an Aries, right? Because Aries, yours was talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, ooh, baby. And then right now I have Bonnie Raitt. Let's give him something to talk about, baby. A little mystery to figure out. What's Bonnie Raitt's birthday? I don't know. Let's see. That's a misfire, but I'll keep it over here. The Empress, the Six of Swords. Oh, there you are at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so Virgo, this is you knowing your worth. This is you appreciating yourself, taking care of yourself, being patient, being that earthy, beautiful Virgo energy, right? I feel like Virgos are usually naturally beautiful, but also carry this very nurturing, earthy energy around them. Thank you, Divine Moon Tarot, for the $15. That's what's going to help you to move forward, is to be more of the softer, mothering nature, even if you're a masculine. Okay, because like I said, no matter how rough a Virgo comes off on the outside, even if they're a masculine, inside, they are very sensitive. Need a lot of nurturing, mothering, or, you know, give that, okay? So I feel like that's what's going to help you to move forward in the energy and to transcend, is what I'm getting, whatever this is about. There's this part of you, Virgo, that never feels like you belong, okay? And sometimes that gets in your way, because when you sit in that emotion, you start perceiving other people in that way. And then you start seeing the wrongness of the world and the wrongness of this person or whatever, you know. And it then reverberates into your life and affects something about your worthiness and your ability to create abundance and worth in your life. And it's coming from a sense of not feeling worthy at times, or this piece of you that feels somewhat outcasted, typecasted. You know, this is the criticalness of a Virgo, the shadow of a Virgo showing up here, your shadow showing up. And don't make decisions from that place. Don't make decisions from that place. When you're feeling more sturdy and patient in who you are, then that's when things will naturally move forward. Let's see who you're dealing with. Ah, okay. I didn't mean to throw that in there. Okay, let's see. Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords, sorry. Three of Cups. Oh, the moon shows up again. Okay, so some of you are coming out of this energy, which was the aloneness energy, feeling a sense of worth and feeling possibly good, better. For some reason I wanted to say good, but they gave me better. Better. You're feeling better. Good. Okay. And that's helping you to move forward. Some of you are moving towards like maybe possibly communicating how you're feeling about where your life is headed and your work or something with someone else. Then this person here, whoever you're connecting with, is kind of bound and restricted by their own negative thinking. So this person isn't necessarily seeing the truth at this moment, or they don't see you coming for some of them because they're wrapped up in their own mind and their own thinking and their own life. And yet there is this Three of Cups, which is a coming together of friends, okay, of a belonging, a sense of belonging. See, this is so funny because both of you feel deep down inside that you don't always belong. So you have that in common, okay? Some of you, the reason that you've connected with a person is because you have similar shadow traits. Shadow partners, that's what I call it. You know, or you attracted each other when you were in the shadows. But there's an opportunity for things to come together or reconciliation for some of you who have been apart from this person. This person's got a lot of emotional things going on underneath the surface, but trying to be positive or be happy, trying to stay committed to themselves or others or you. There's an opportunity here for things to grow, okay? So they keep wanting me to go back to the Bonnie Raitt song. Let's give them something to talk about, babe. Okay, giving them something to talk about. I don't know. It's almost like this. If you're going to be the source of gossip, then let's give them something to talk about. You know? Like, this is your shadow. Okay, I'm speaking for my Virgos in their shadow. It's almost like, you know, knowing someone isn't wishing you well or talks about you, and so like purposely giving them something to talk about, you know. And I don't feel it's this person. I feel it's someone outside of this, but it could be. This says laziness. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's been some laziness in the energy. Or maybe you could benefit from a day of laziness, especially if you've been overextending yourself. But there's something here about needing to kick things in a higher gear this week. Okay. So let's see what the guidance is. Nope. Get back in there. Inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. That's what I was saying. Like, it's time to kick things into high gear, Virgo. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you with all that is sacred. So could be doing with Taurus, Pisces, Taurus again, Leo, Pisces, Taurus again. Or you could have those placements in your chart, another Virgo, possibly Sagittarius. Okay, Libra. Libra. Libra, you cannot turn back time. You would not want to turn back time, even if you could. Everything has played out perfectly, and there were no mistakes, only growth and evolution. And I think you need to remind yourself of that, or you may need to remind yourself that of this week. Interestingly enough, that message came through really clear, right? But what also came through, which what seemed like random images, I got an image of a wonton, you know, the food, and it turned into a Chinese star. So either of those may be significant to you. I'm not sure. I personally love crab wontons, but random. I feel like that might be for like two of you. Take it or leave it. But the overall message was like this sense of truly, truly understanding that you're exactly where you should be. You're exactly where you should be. And when you can clear the slate of what was, what should have been out of your mind, then what is to become can come in and renew your energy. Okay. And so this new moon, I think, is bringing that type of vitality and energy into the Libra collective. Now, I got another song as well. It was Applause by Lady Gaga. I think that's the name of it. Applause, applause, applause. I do it for the applause. don't mind my. I can't sing that one. So there might be some recognition here, or celebration, or just. Oh, okay. It was okay. Maybe from your guides, like applause. Like, hey, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're living life on the edge, right? To become Libra, to come to this human experience on planet Earth, which is not the most evolved planet out there. And yes, there are many, many dimensions and planets out there. Earth tends to be a very difficult planet. And so when you choose this experience of being human here now, you're given a great deal of support because it is considered brave. It is considered something that is revered in the spiritual sense, okay? I know that some of you don't get into the spiritual part of it, which is crazy because you're watching tarot, but I don't know how else to put it. Like, the way that it works is that by living your life and carving out your experience, you contribute to the experience and the growth of the whole, of the collective. And so when you decide to leave the comfort of the collective energy and project onto this planet and be born, you are in essence a pioneer that is carving out new experiences for the collective to benefit from. Evolution. Okay, so I don't know if that, I feel like if you are not in the realm of being ready for any type of message like that, then just don't worry about it. But some of my Libras, it's like you needed to see the higher level picture as to why, sorry, I burped again. Excuse me. As to why things have occurred in your life. And so I don't usually really get into that. I do get into that on my Facebook all the time, but I don't really talk about it here too much. But just know that you're right who you need to be, right where you need to be. Really, that goes for everyone in the chat, for the whole entire collective. You're right where you need to be. Okay. Okay. I tried to put these cards back and then they came back out. So you have the 8th house, Aries energy. Didn't I say that already? And the semi-sextile of allowing, Scorpio energy for some of you. This is your shadow. The 8th house of intimacy showing up possibly. This is talking about your Kundalini energy. It could be a very mysterious, secretive type of vibe. It could be involving obsessions. This could be someone you're connecting with or energy you're bringing to the table. Keep it honest with yourself. Paired with this very fiery, daring, assertive energy. Almost kind of an argumentative energy. Now, some of you are connecting possibly with two different people. One that has quite a bit of this more mysterious energy. The other one is like, they call it like they see it, no mystery about it, blunt energy. Or this could be two parts of yourself. This part you keep secret and intimate to yourself, and then this part of you that kind of comes off a little blunt, especially if you have Aries in your moon or rising. But take it as it resonates. There's something here about seeing the potentials in life and seeing hope, and I think that's why I went on that long spiel. It's like so that you can see the growth and the potential in everything that you've experienced and how it's led up to where you are now. And most importantly, how it's leading up to where you're going next. Right. So there's some sort of reward coming for the Libra energy because of a growth cycle that you've recently went through that's allowing some sort of new vibration or an elevation of vibration. Okay. It's like where there was once no potential, you're seeing potential, you know, like that. And you could see growth happening in your intimacy sector and also in your outlook on life. Or it's like when you change your outlook on life, your intimacy sector lights up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some sort of connection there. Some of you have two different connections showing up, and both are somehow going through a growth cycle. So take it as it resonates. You have the 9 of Swords here. The Chariot. The Queen of Cups. So this is moving out of the shadows, out of this very heady, anxiety-ridden place, worrisome energy. I heard worrywart. Some of you have been a worrywart, or you're a worrywart, I don't know. And then, oh, I wasn't going to go there with it, but some of you are looking back on past mistakes. Like, I should have said that different. I wish that would have went different. If I could do it all again, this is how I would do it. And that's where the strong encouragement from my guides is like, don't look in the past. Don't look back on that, and don't look at it and think it could or should have been any other way than it was, because it was a perfectly designed for your growth. And all is really well in the big picture, Libra, so leave it alone. They want you to move forward from that, like, and very much so. And now some of you have moved forward from something, but then you look back on it. And then you move forward, you look back on it. And it's like, just move forward, because there's something new that's growing in the energy. I feel this is a really deep message now, but there is a very simplistic message as well. Some of you are like stressed out about moving or traveling. And it's like, once you stop stressing about it, the solution will present itself to you. That's for those of you thinking about moving or some sort of travel here. Either way, there is this very sensitive part of you, Libra, showing up, and working on that best you can. Some of you are connecting to a very sensitive water sign or an Aries, okay? That you might have closely observed this person. They may have closely observed you. Was trying to push past it and not being able to push past it. It doesn't really matter what their zodiac sign is because it's a general reading, but that's showing up as well. I did it for the applause. That song keeps wanting to play. I did it for the applause. Queen of Cups is out twice. Some of you are definitely connecting with water energy, or just both being in a very sensitive space, okay, right now. But this person, whoever you're connecting with, they're wanting to see the growth opportunities, the growth potential. Their emotions for you might be growing, especially if you're in a commitment with this person or you're dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries. But there's something that's growing in a relationship. Okay, so it's like, okay, for those of you who are in a relationship, an active relationship, a commitment, this person's feelings are growing. Their commitment to you is growing. The growth that they see is growing. And if you could just allow that, it would go so smoothly. But some of you are focused on either the wrongness of something from the past, or there's other stressors going on that aren't allowing you to see this or something. Or some of you are focused on a different person that stresses you out. And it's diverting your attention here. Okay. If you're not in a commitment with this person, I just feel like you're connecting with someone that is emotionally ready for growth and commitment. And I have this song, I'll Stand By You, in my mind. And if you thought it was over, I feel like in this person's mind, it is not over. Or there's some sort of transformation in the connection or in this person's life or in their heart. And I don't think you see it. I don't think you're aware of this because you're so focused on your emotions. You're so focused somewhere else, you know. So let's get some guidance. Guilt. Some of you have guilt over what? Libra, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You deserve to have a free mind. Okay? And if this isn't you needing to let go of guilt, it could be this person. There's just something gnawing at you. I think it's you that you have to let it, you're just going to have to let it go. And I don't mean let a person go or a place or a thing. I'm not talking about things. I'm talking about energy. Let's see what this says. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. This is saying to believe in yourself and your higher purpose, that there is divine orchestration going on around you. Believe that. Truly believe that. All right. So you could be dealing with Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Aries again. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, but it could be any zodiac sign. It's a general reading. Okie dokie, pokey. Okay, so before I move forward with Scorpio, how do I have 693 in here and 363 likes? Can you take a second to give me a like if you've been enjoying this, please? Please and thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so Scorpio. Oh, that took me a minute. So, Scorpio, I saw. It reminded me a little bit of the Virgo reading. Thank you for the $4.99, Melissa. It reminded me a little bit of the Virgo reading where the song Bulletproof came through, because I got the word triggered. Some of you could be connecting with a Virgo or have Virgo in your birth chart. So there's something about a triggering event or feeling triggered in the energy. Okay, but then I was getting I felt like a push away in the energy, almost like you were pushing something away or someone pushing you away, or it's like trying to push away what it is that triggers you, place some distance, that type of energy. But I also felt lost. Like sometimes when I go into meditations, it's like image, 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 done. But it was just like this floating sensation of just like either you're getting like lost in your mind or feeling a sense of feeling lost or it wasn't bad. I don't want to say like it was a bad emotion. It didn't trigger any emotions within me. I just noticed I felt like this sort of sensation, right? Like this. And I couldn't really find the words to describe to you what I was feeling. And so I sat in the meditation longer, hoping they would give me symbolisms or words, and it didn't come. It didn't come. And I keep getting blank energy, or I keep losing the thoughts when I sit in Scorpio energy. So it's almost like this sense of not wanting others to know how you're feeling, maybe even putting a psychic veil up, especially if you feel like an intrusive energy around you, or the sense of being a little bit lost, okay? Or I heard losing my mind. So you could be dealing with someone that's lost their mind, or you might feel that you're losing your mind sometimes. Because then they give me DMX, rest his soul. DMX. Ride or die, which I really want. But actually, it was a different song. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here, up in here. Was DMX's birthday? Wasn't he an Aries? I have the card of Aries out. I have the card of Aries out. Some of you dealing with an Aries. What is DMX's birthday? I know for sure he's got to be a fire sign, right? He's got to be. You could be dealing with a fire sign or have that in your chart, all right? But otherwise, it doesn't matter. It's a general reading. What this is like getting, it's like the energy is pushing you, Scorpio, to be more assertive. Some of you are on a mission, and it's like whatever's going on in the environment is igniting that flame, right? Is igniting that flame. Now be careful, because this could turn into argumentative energy, competitiveness, impulsiveness, can come off like macho or egotistical even. But on the other end of that, it's also knowing what you'll stand for, not taking anything less than that, letting that drive you, being your own boss. And there's a bit of innocence to it, as crazy as that sounds, So, is he a Sagittarius? What's his birthday? What's DMX's birthday? He's a Vedic Sun Scorpio and a Tropic Sag. Well, that makes complete sense, doesn't it? Anyways. Not every sign has DMX come through for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you should feel special. Maybe you need to be like DMX. I don't know. No. See, here's the interesting thing, right? I don't believe in coincidences. See, DMX carried, whether you're a masculine or feminine, if you think about it, DMX carried this like larger than life, gonna push it through energy, but also he pushed himself so hard, it became a part of his destruction. He did not know when to say when, and it ultimately declined his health. So I feel like Scorpio, okay, let's equate Scorpio energy to this. Sometimes because you're a fixed sign, especially if you have fire placements, you tend to push yourself beyond what is good for you to the point that it becomes destructive. And you lose your mind, some of you losing your temper, right? Getting triggered, right? But it's like the very thing that creates the intensity of being a Scorpio that people are drawn to is also the very thing, if not tempered, can bring your own destruction. So the encouragement, Scorpio, here is that use this in a positive, influential way that inspires you, that, you know, that pushes that motivation forward, you know, that causes you to want to be better, not harder. There's a difference there, right? Okay, so let's see. Some of you have some new inspirations coming through as far as like, okay, self-starter energy. Okay, I already thought that, but there's like some new passion coming through. I was going to say it was geared towards like your career, but then I don't really know because I heard something totally different than that. Anyways, there's some sort of passion here. Okay. And it's the Lovers. Oh. Wow, there's that fire energy and the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. I feel like saying DMX. What y'all really want? Okay. So, Scorpio, you've got a decision to make here when it comes to your love life. When it comes to your love life. See, I wanted to make it about career, and I got redirected to talk about relationships. And now for some of you, this will be an intimate relationship where there's a lot of attraction and passion and intimacy involved. Others of you, it's a platonic relationship where you have someone in your life that encourages you to follow your goals, which it would be a good friendship, right? Some of you have an intimate partner that wants to do that for you, wants to encourage you, or you might be doing that for them. Or that might be what you're seeking in relationships right now, but it's this sense of like, what do you want? Okay, what do you want? First, you need to make your mind up about what it is that you want. Because some of you have been in like this split decision between like wanting to fully invest in something, not really, you know, also wanting to experience maybe this over here or a different way of being in relationships, you know, like I don't feel like Scorpios are an indecisive sign, but sometimes you do tend to put off making decisions sometimes. I don't know how else to put that. Get lost in the emotion of a situation where you do not see clearly the correct path or decision to make when it comes to that. But it's like there's definitely a passionate something, someone that you're wanting in your life. And to me, the Lovers card in this deck is a powerful statement, right? Because this is the feeling that you must give up something in order to have something or someone. Or something that you gave up on, you're still holding on to energetically or changing your mind about. Like there's something here that has a really strong hold on you energetically, and it's around inspiration and passion and intimacy. It's like, okay, some of you really want to be able to be in control of how a relationship or a connection goes. But here's the funny thing about relationships. That is the one area of your life that you will never have control over because you cannot control other people. You can only control how you feel, your actions, you know? And it's tricky when in relationships, right? But I do feel like there's something here that you're waiting for, maybe some clarity or some communication that may be coming through that makes you very happy, but also makes you emotional at the same time. And then it kind of puts you in your shadow. wanting to control something or have control, a sense of control here. All right, so let's see who you're connecting with. Great. Okay, I have to pick that up. The Chariot. And I felt Cancerian energy. Some of you are connected to it. Cancerian. Oh, wow. You got an extra message here. So you have the Chariot and the 10 of Discs. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Strength card and Justice. And the Ace of Swords. Yes, some of you are going to make a decision, get clarity. It's helping you to move forward. Sorry. Air running through me. Okay. So whoever you're connecting with, Scorpio, okay, I don't know. I don't know where this is coming from. I think it's from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know, sorry, I hate to take you back in time, but this is the song that came up through. It goes, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. You know, they go, jump on it, jump on it. You know, and he does the hip thing. Y'all gotta know what I'm talking about, right? What was the other character in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? It was Carlton, the Carlton. Oh my God. Okay, some of you might actually like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's just validation for you, or maybe the Carlton, or there's something to do with that. I have no idea. Take it or leave it. There's like an opportunity to jump on or jump on it. Like something to jump on. Okay, so this person might be jumping on some opportunities to secure their finances. Possibly secure a commitment. Okay, and it's funny that there's a peacock in this picture because I just got in talking about the peacock in the video I did on Facebook about a Leo, and then there's Leo energy here. Some of you could be connecting with a Leo, but it doesn't have to be. I've got a lot of zodiac signs out here, but it's like whoever you're connecting with, they're moving forward to place some more emphasis on their security, on their foundation, wanting a more stable environment to grow things in. This person may also be at a distance from you or traveling, okay, as this often represents that. But either way, there's a place for this person in your heart here, Scorpio. And the Nine of Wands in this depiction is so interesting. And it could also be that you have a place in this person's heart. So this person is slowly giving up. It could be that they're slowly giving up on the connection. Or no longer, if it's not that, it's just like, it's like this person, this is such an interesting depiction of Scorpio, right? This person has had a place in your energy, in your heart, and then slowly it's dissipated, or you've had a place in this person's heart, and then slowly they kind of give up the fight. And then the Ace of Wands comes in with the Queen of Swords. So there's some sort of spark here because of that. Because like energetically, someone's falling off. It alerts like the other person to move or jump on something. And then, and then this Ace of Wands comes in, inspiration. Somebody that fell off your radar, Scorpio, or you fell off their radar, wants to get back on the radar. You want to get back on the radar or something like that. No, I can't believe I just did the Carlton. Now, some of you have a decision to make here. You have a decision to make here. Okay. Some of you have just, you're going to let it fall off, you know. Focus your energy elsewhere. You've got other things coming in for you that make you happy. That's fine. Your choice. The spirit is saying it's your choice. It's your choice. Now I have another song. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. Is that Drake? Drake's a Scorpio, isn't he? I'm not sure if that is Drake, but... Wow, you have the card of silence and morality. Some of you trying to do the moral thing, or this person trying to follow their moral compass, or something about following your moral compass here. After a period of silence. Okay, this is really random, but I heard silence is the key benefactor to the situation. And I don't even talk like that. Key benefactor. What does benefactor even mean? Silence is a key factor to the situation, to this connection. Silence in your mind, silence within the connection, something about silence. Y'all, you know, I was joking about having a wine WebEx party with all of you guys later because I just feel like the energy is really good today. But like, for real, we should. We really should. I'm getting crazy messages. Although I wish I could see you guys. I wish we could WebEx, you know, each other or something. Anyways, so side note. These messages are killing me today. Animal Kingdom. This says animals of all types are animals of all types are extraordinary creatures and a miraculous gift to us. They've been our spiritual companions since the dawn of time. At this moment, they have a lesson to share with you that will open your heart and soul. So it could be connecting with the animal kingdom, animals in general. You might be seeing symbolism within animals. I know my sister, I have Scorpio in 3 placements. My sister found like a turtle in my driveway last week, and turtles have a great significance for me. Thank you for the $10, Tiffany. Appreciate it. So like, look for things like that, like butterflies and things that just stick out to you, and maybe look up the meaning of them, okay? So you could be dealing with a Leo, but I also have Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius, an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. All right, Sagittarius. Is it Chris Brown's song featuring Drake? Okay. Everybody's like, let's hang out. Yes, let's hang out. Well, I do it on Facebook all the time. I go live way more than I should. I delete a lot of them just to chat. So, and yeah, sometimes we have wine together. But I have to be in a certain kind of mood. But I feel like it would be fun, you know? But see, I want to do it where it's like a Zoom, where everybody that joins, I can see you and hear you. Because I have all these followers, right? And some of you I've taken the time or had the time to get to know, the pleasure to get to know. But like, there's no way I could get to know 150,000 people, right? So, I would love that. I've always wanted to do a live, like I've always wanted to meet the people that actually watch me, because I think that would be so fun. You know? That'd be fun. I'm not going to stand up and do the crawl. You better take that $20 back, Carmen, because I ain't doing it. First of all, I kind of have booty shorts on today, so I'll get some hate mail if I do that. Second of all, no. But I do know how to do it. I just want to make that clear. All right, sorry. Sagittarius. I'm going to find a way to do a Zoom live meet and greet. Y'all just gave me the most amazing idea. And as I'm thinking about it, I think I could actually pull that off. Like, I might do it on the Facebook platform. Or like maybe I'll copy and paste the link onto a YouTube post where like when you join, it flips it on for you. Like, I'm going to look into this. I am. All right. So Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Where to begin? I feel like some of you are trying to map out the details of something, or maybe needing to put a plan in place, like a solid structure plan. You know, maybe you've had like a lot of ideas floating around about things that you want to do or places you want to see. And it's like now it's time to like actually create a plan or a project plan. This could also be in the work environment. But it's like something about mapping it out. They showed me a map and someone mapping something out. Okay, as interesting as that sounds. And that being like really important, or things are mapped out. It's just like kind of feeling your way into the next right thing, right? Because they also showed me a very long hallway with a door at the end of it, and there was light streaming through the door, and it was like calling me to it, like the Sagittarian energy to it, right? And it's almost like, well, yes, plan for things, which I don't feel, I don't know how to break this to you. Sagittariuses aren't always the best at planning things, okay? You're a little bit of fly by the seat of your pants type of warrior, princess, prince. I'm just saying. Sagittarius energy can be a bit impulsive or quick to pull the trigger, right? All fire signs can be, but if you have an earth, moon, rising, you might be a little more tempered, okay? But it's almost like needing to put a little bit of structure around something, but then the rest of it is just kind of feeling it out because you're being guided right through your emotions. And it's like, well, what feels good to you and what feels easy and soft, and just like paying attention to that, right? Because there's some sort of door of opportunity opening, and it'll become quite obvious to you what it is over the next, they said, do not give a time frame. Okay, whenever you allow it. I don't usually give time frames anyways, but for some reason I was going to give a time frame and then I got poo-pooed. So it's like, oh, okay, because if I was to give you a time frame, you would focus so much on needing to fit that time frame that it would divert you from allowing yourself to feel it into existence, like feel it into being, right? And so they don't want to put a time frame on it. But it's just like you've already mapped it out in your mind. Like you know what you want. And things have been aligned in your favor or aligned already in the stars. And now you just feel your way to it like that. It's like the work has been done or it's already been laid out. And now your job is to feel it by, don't mind my dog. Feel it by noticing what feels good to you and what does not feel good to you. So, you have the 11th house here, Aquarian energy. For some of you, could be dealing with Aquarius or have that in your chart. This is talking about your community, humanity, friendships. It's like group activity. It's also a very future planning oriented energy, a future oriented energy, right? And it talks about goals and experimenting, all right? One of the zodiac signs that is really good at mapping things out and then allowing it in is the sign of Aquarius. Now, some of you have Aquarian placements. Either way, it's like there's influencing energy here that's helping you to discover the path. Okay? I don't know how else to put that. Like there's some sort of discovery going on in the Sagittarian energy. Okay? I knew Scorpio was going to come out because I just recalled, literally before this card came out, I recalled that I forgot one image for Scorpio. If I have any Scorpios still in here, it was an alien. It was an image of an alien. Thank you for the $7, Divine Moon Goddess. And then I noticed in the background of Sagittarius's card, of the card that came out for you, there is a astronaut in space. And then I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if Scorpio energy is involved, and out pops a Scorpio card. So, could have that in your chart, be dealing with one as well. Either way, this is talking about transformations happening in the energy that is allowing you to experiment a little bit more with where you're headed in the future, okay? This is all about future planning, and no wonder I got like the mapping it out, all right? There is some sort of ending to a chapter in your life or something that is always on your mind. There'll be some sort of transformation in that situation as well. Then I heard you reap what you sow. It could be good or bad, depending on what you've been doing. Ten of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands. Wow. Oh my gosh. So the Two of Wands is someone getting ready to go on a journey, right? Getting ready to move things forward in their life. This is you. This is like getting secure in your financial sector or within that area of your life before you move forward. Mapping it out, planning it out. They're wanting you to be more strategic. Like Sagittarius, if you're planning any big changes in your life this year or maybe next year, don't just jump into it, okay? Because that has not served you in the past. They are saying you need to be strategic about this. Look into things. Figure out your budget. plan. And I'm telling you, I see my Sag is in Venus. That's like death to my ears. Plan. No, I like to get on a plane tomorrow and be there. Boom. You know. I personally am not good at this either, and I have Sag placements. So some of you, you prefer to maybe fly by the seat of your pants, but this situation, something that's coming up like in the next cycle or the next chapter, is saying you're going to need to be strategic about this, okay? And put a little bit of planning into place, okay? Or wait till you have some sort of financial security. Some of you do have this already before you move forward. But there is passion here. There's some decisions that need to be made, and this is planning for the future. Because there's going to be so much satisfaction coming in, okay? Just give it time. There's also clarity here. Ooh, this is a good reading. This is what you're moving towards. After some planning, some studying, some digging a little bit deeper. Some of you are like finally in a place where you're stable enough where you can finally plan for your future. Okay, so this is what I'm feeling. I feel like the last chapter of Sagittarian energy, there was a lot of unstable energy. My freaking table collapsed during a Sagittarius reading late last year. I mean, that's how unstable the energy was. And that chapter of like erraticness, instability is closing out and it's stabilizing. And you can't plan for the future when everything feels like it's falling down around you. It wouldn't even be plausible or recommended. But it's like Sagittarian collective energy is going into this more stable, calmer waters, which is allowing you now to refocus onto the future, right? Because there's more of a sense of stability or security here. Okay, some of you are not in that energy yet, but I feel like you're getting close. There's the death card. Some of you are definitely doing with a Scorpio. My goodness gracious. But I also have Libra here, or you have that in your chart. And then I heard it's tearing up my heart. So I got the tearing apart message in Gemini. Some of you may be connecting with Gemini, but there is a commitment here showing up on this person's side, or a sense of wanting to commit themselves to what's in their heart and making a decision, an honest, authentic, maybe vulnerable decision, okay, to allow themselves to expose something. There is an exposure going on in this person's energy that's changing the way they feel. That could be them being exposed to something you're going through, or they exposing themselves. There's a sense of vulnerability on this person's side, and also like a desire or a need to let go of something so that they can find what's right for them. This person wants to do the right thing, or they believe they are doing the right thing. But the right thing by who? By whose standards? Their own or society's? Only that person could answer that question. I'm not asking anybody to answer that question, but I feel like there's some sort of questioning that this person needs to do. Am I doing what's right for me? Or am I doing this because I think other people think that that's the right thing to do? Ooh, that's tricky territory, right? When you live life for the approval of others versus the approval of self. I think that traps this person often. Breaks their own heart, to be honest. It's decision time here as things start to change and transform. I got all serious on this person's side. I just feel very serious over here. Guilt. Ooh, okay. This person, I feel like it's them, but it could be you, needs to let go of some sort of guilt. Or they let their guilt consume them, or they allow other people to guilt them into doing something that they don't actually feel in alignment with. This person could have been taught to live for other people's expectations of them, which is toxic, because you're never going to please everyone. Never. You know, and if you live your life to please others, you never truly live your life. There is a lesson coming in on this person's side here about guilt. Okay, so, oh, and sorrow, damn. Excuse my language. There's like a really big issue here about regret and guilt and needing to let go of that and being guided away from that. Thank you for the $11, Coco. See what the guidance says. Gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you do not have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So I feel mostly for Sagittarius, you've already started to do that and you're seeing the reward. And I think this person is going to need to get on board if they're going to continue to be a match to your life. And that's what's changing. So Scorpio energy, Aquarius energy, Libra, Taurus. Let's see. Yeah. Those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing. Wow. I just read Ryan's comment. You wish. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to read it back. You have to watch the live chat. I'm just kidding. Okay. So let's go to Capricorn. I am not showing off my shorts. Not that I'm ashamed of my body in any way, but people get real judgmental sometimes, and I just don't want to deal with it. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, I felt like I was slowly sinking down in the energy. It was the weirdest feeling. I don't know if you have a sinking feeling that something's up, or you're just slowly, like, I felt more and more relaxed and more sleepy and more relaxed. But it also did feel like I was sinking backwards in the energy. So take it as it resonates, right? Thank you for the $5. Interestingly enough, all I kept getting was like flashes of other people's opinions. None of it you. Other people's opinions about you. About the collective Capricorn energy. And it reminds me of what I just got done saying to the cross watcher for Sagittarius. Now, some of you are the cross watcher for Sagittarius, or you have Sagittarius in your chart possibly. But either way, it was like the opinions of others and outside validation and all of that seeping in to the Capricorn energy, which was bringing you backwards or like lowering the vibration, right? Thank you for the $15, Philip. Or, I'm sorry, Francesca. Aw, that's awesome. Anyways, really interesting, right? I really don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you, but maybe that makes sense to you. Okay, so I guess I'll leave it there and see what the cards say. But it's just like, don't let outside influences decide for you what is right for you. It is so easy to get programmed by this world, right? Into a lot of our belief structures on what we think is good and bad doesn't necessarily come from intrinsic feelings. It comes from other people's opinion about it. You know, like some people think like the physical body and showing it off is bad. You know, eating certain foods is bad. Saying cuss words bad. Well, who's determining that? You know, people are determining that. And we get programmed at an early age that whatever the majority says is factual, bad, and good. But it's not facts, it's opinions. It is a collective opinion. Nothing factual about it, right? But a lot of us judge ourselves based on the standards of the majority and how closely we fit into that and how far away we are from that. And so when we go through things that are considered outside the norm, which normal is also a misconception because no such thing. But when we go outside what others would deem normal, there tends to be this internal dialogue that tries to tell us we are bad. You are not bad. You are different. And that's okay. Because tomorrow society will change their mind about that anyways, because we're fickle. I mean, let's be honest. And if you look at the history of the collective of society, you'll see that we constantly change our mind on what's right and wrong and good and bad and this and that. You just need to focus on what feels good to you, what feels right to you. That's it. And definitely check out the Sagittarius reading if you were dealing with one. Okay. Thank you for the $10, Colleen. But, you know, if you really think about it, it's kind of asinine, right? But we get so caught up in that, like, I am doing something bad. No, you're not. Okay, maybe grandma wouldn't approve, but you ain't living grandma's life. You live in Capricorn's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe what was right for grandma back then is different now. Okay. You know, there was a time and age where it was wrong to move in with someone until you was married, or, you know, like think about all of the things that have changed over time. I just noticed my phone is dying. Anyways, so let me get a card out real quick. I gotta plug my phone in real quick. Oh no! I don't think I can get it in there. I'm gonna make a dirty joke about that, but I'm not going to. Hold on a second. Just hang in there. How many of you caught that? Nobody. Okay. All right. Why won't this come out? Somebody said it anyways. That's what she said. I know, but I was trying to be PG-13, guys. I wasn't gonna actually say that, but okay, there's my forehead. Come on! What is the deal? Get in there! I can't plug my phone in. This is embarrassing. Okay, you know what? You guys just hang out for a second. Okay. I bet some of you are questioning why you're subscribed to me at this point. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Can I plug in a phone? I can, and I did. Did you catch my eyebrow? My eyebrows have been looking good lately. I've been getting better at them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, we're here. Plug that in there. All right. Okay. And we're good. Good to go, bro. Okay. Oh my God, I almost lost you guys. You wouldn't think it'd be that hard to plug in a phone, but okay, so let me tell you the full story though, because y'all aren't understanding. Capricorn, I love you. Hold on a second. I have a ring light and I couldn't get the chart. I couldn't get it plugged in because it was more difficult than you guys thought. We're good now. Anyways, so appreciate your patience. I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers over that one. Whatever. I love you guys. Capricorn. Back to you. Sorry. So I hope that made sense to you, Capricorn. I have no idea how to edit that out, so I'm not even gonna try. I just maybe, you know, nothing's a coincidence, so maybe you need to charge your phone, okay? And if you need to charge your phone, maybe not do it while you're live with 600 people. But let's get back into your energy. So you have the 5th house of passion here. And this is all about performance, entertainment, and fun. Oh my gosh, you know what? It does coincide because what did I do? I made light of a situation. I made a couple bad jokes, whatever. And I moved on with it, right? What was I just talking about, Capricorn? That needing to kind of leave other people out of how you're feeling about your decisions, about who you are. Being a little bit more lighthearted about things, being a little bit more playful about things, you know. So I feel like bringing some humor into a situation, or just not taking it so personal when your decisions don't always align with what other people expect or want out of you. Right? Especially a specific connection. So you have a partnership showing up here with the 2 of Cups, and then 5 of Cups surrounding that, which is sadness. Interesting. So it's like making light of maybe a sad situation. Aw. I've had to do that before, you know. Some of you, it's like when you get into this energy, Capricorn, of feeling down or feeling sad, it could be that you're giving too much focus and attention on feeling like maybe you aren't doing the right thing in someone else's eyes versus following what your natural intuition and passion is telling you, especially when it comes to a relationship. You know, everybody wants to have an opinion about your relationships, right? Especially our mothers or our siblings want to put their 2 cents in on your partner, your husband, your spouse, whatever, your friends. And it's like, well, you know, they don't have to be friends or partners with that person. You do. So make your decision from that space, you know. But I do feel like there's passion and yet sadness all coming in at once around a specific partnership. And like I said, that could be intimate, but it could be family, it could be friends. So let's see. The Seven of Swords and the Chariot. 5 of Cups again? What? So Capricorn, okay, here's what I'm feeling. I feel like some of you, it's not even about another person. It's like you consistently naysay yourself because maybe you've been taught that way, or there's some sort of programming where you shame yourself when you think you're doing something out of alignment with what is expected of you. Now, others of you, this most definitely has to deal with another person and like catching on to the fact that this person is maybe doesn't have your best interests at heart, you know, and it's almost like, who is this? Like, I feel like Capricorn, like some attitude coming out, like, who are you? Who invited you? Like, why are you here energetically or physically? You know, or it's like seeing somebody, or there's true colors or something like that. Like, who are you to judge? That's what I keep hearing. Who are you to judge? And some of you may be the judger, okay, or the judged. Swap it if you need to. But it's just like, who are you? Who are you to judge me for my wrongdoings when you have also done the same? You know, like something like that. But it's almost like there is this message here, Capricorn, about not even caring. Like they want you to elevate above that to the point where you more take on the energy of like judge away, because that's a reflection of you, not me, and I'm going to continue to live my life and my happiness over here. Thank you. Bye. You know, like that. Like not getting upset about it, not losing your alignment over it, not losing sleep over it, you know, and not deviating from what brings you joy, happiness, and passion because of it. There's like a deviation here. Now, some of you, this is all your energy, so let's be honest with ourselves. Okay, some of you are covering up the fact that you feel bad about something that maybe you don't talk about, but having difficulty moving forward from. And that could also be it. But it's like guilting yourself doesn't change anything. It doesn't correct anything. It only diminishes your energy. I'm not saying don't have feelings or remorse. No, I'm saying don't dwell in that. If that's the case, let it go. So you have, oh my gosh, the Chariot came out twice. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, okay, or Gemini. but it could be any zodiac sign. Whoever you're connecting with, they want things to move forward. They want to see things come together. They want the truth. They want some sort of progress here. They see potential. They want a reconciliation if you've been on the outs with them. If you have regrets with this person and you haven't spoke up about it, speak up. Speak up and get it off your chest so things can move forward, all right? Or vice versa. But it's like someone's got some lingering emotions in regards to a specific person, and I feel it's you, but it could be vice versa, right? And it's like in order to be able to move past it, you got to express it, right? And so there is a desire for the truth. For some sort of like coming together on something, agreeing, agree to disagree, maybe. It's still an agreement though, isn't it? There's some sort of agreement here, or needing to come to an agreement. The guidance. Oh my gosh, no way. I said agreement and it's understanding. There needs to be an understanding here. Reaching an understanding is what sets you free, this person free, from this harsh analyzation or judgment of each other or of another. Oh my God, I've been live for way too long. I need to wrap this up. Okay, let's get a guidance card. Boop, there it is. Okay, oh my gosh, I could not. There are so many synchronicities in this reading. Like, this says have fun. Have fun. As I sit here for like 8 minutes trying to fix my stupid phone in the middle of your reading. Have fun. The guidance is stop. When was the last time you had fun? When was the last time you took a chance and did something silly? Something totally unlike you. Something just for the joy of it. It's long overdue for you to let go of your analytical mind. Oh my gosh. And give yourself and soul permission to have fun. That is too synchronistic. Is that a word for me? Like, even words that I actually just use, like analytical and fun. Weird. All right, so you could be dealing with a Leo, Cancer. Those are the predominant signs I have. Capricorn, another Capricorn. I felt Sagittarius, Gemini energy here. Sometimes I see this as Virgo. But I have all the zodiac signs here. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's move on to Aquarius. Y'all, I was live for so long, 3 hours and 11 minutes, that my phone was gonna die. And it was 100% charged before I went live. And I killed my phone battery. Like, shout out to my moderators. I don't know how y'all sitting here for this long. All right, Aquarius. Okay. So I don't even know how to describe this, but I'm trying to think of how to describe this. In the spiritual community, I don't own one of these and I don't know what they're called, but I know what they are and I know why they're used. But it's like this big crystal. It usually is a little bit thicker than like a plate. So it's about this thick and it's usually round. And it sits up, and when some psychics read, it acts like kind of like this crystal does, where it helps to funnel the messages through to the person. I don't know what it's called. I don't know the actual word for it. I know if you ever watch Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks on her YouTube, she uses one. You can see it right next to her. What it does is it helps to channel the energy, right? So the reason why I'm giving you such a vast description of it is because there is like some sort of channeling of energy coming in for Aquarius. Scrying, I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Anyways, I saw it like pivoting in the air like this, right? So I feel like there is messages coming through to you, Aquarius, through your third eye, through your intuition. It's just about where you set your dial, right? And getting into receptive mode. Because I feel like you're picking up on a lot of intuitive hits or information that's coming to you from your higher self, possibly. But it's also like there's clarity coming in, long story short. But they keep being drawn, I keep being drawn to talk about prisms, like how it divides the light, or like there's something about getting a clear message, but then your perspective, your bias, your ego kind of alters the message a little bit, and being careful about that. Being careful about getting perception confused with clarity and truth. Something coming in about that. Because I got they showed me like the light scattering, right? Like this. So some of you might find yourself a bit scatterbrained, or yes, distorted, that's the word. A distorted perception, especially with the new moon coming in. I actually feel new moons give me a lot of clarity, but the days following this, Aquarius, or maybe the days preceding this, you might be a little bit scattered, okay, with your thoughts, with your energy, or something like that coming through. Some of you might you might actually be channelers, psychics, intuitives yourself. It is the age of Aquarius, so a lot of Aquarians are waking up during this time frame, or are facilitators for other people's awakening. Okay. But that's kind of the energy that I felt coming in. It's just like all of these downloads or all this information coming in and then getting scattered in it, like not knowing really where do I focus on in that, or maybe you have a lot going on in life in general, or a lot of different thoughts going on, and yet it's a bit scattered. It's clear, but it's scattered. And this kind of reminds me of a conversation I had with someone. Like sometimes I overthink things, and then sometimes I underthink things, but it always makes sense to me, and I'm an Aquarian. Like the way you think about things, Aquarius, may not make sense to someone else, but it makes sense to you, and I guess that's all that matters, right? So let's see. Virgo energy. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo placements in your chart. This is needing to bring it back down to earth a little bit, okay? This is focusing more on your practical environment, but this also talks about, like, I don't want to say witchcraft, not that, but it's like this using the earth, like herbs, you know, gardening, the sun, nature, like getting in tune with that and using the earth as your medicine or something like that, like using the earth as your medicine, you know. Um, this energy could have you wanting to feel a little bit more solitary or alone than usual, but it's just like it's so that you can perfect some sort of craft or method or ritual that you have. Some of you are downright going to do like a new moon ritual or a full moon ritual later in August when we have the full moon. Or maybe you're being encouraged to write your intentions down and do some sort of ritual around that. But it's also saying be more dutiful with your health, Aquarius, because sometimes Aquarians get so caught up in the 5D in Aquarian land that you're not always the best at paying good attention to your health. And yeah, I can vouch for that as an Aquarius. But I feel like paying more attention to your structure of your day, your daily habits, your health habits, things like that. Ooh, that card flew over here. So you have the Four of Wands, which is all about freedom. Some of you want to break free from the mundane. Okay? It's like being, in one way, being pulled to function as a normal person in society or do like practical things, and then your brain kind of being like, that's really boring. I don't really like it there. I don't really like it on planet Earth. I like it in Aquarius land, and wanting to escape maybe the mundane or the daily tasks and rituals. And I guess this energy is saying there's that scattered brain, there's that scatteredness showing up. I guess that what they're saying is, why not both? Why not spend a little bit time doing things that you know you got to do that come out of duty, and then why not bring some joy into that, and then when it's time for downtime, free time, whatever, enjoy that. Like there's a way to have both and be productive. Productivity was a very important word. I feel really good when I'm productive, but I can't say I'm always productive. Some days I feel like I just walk around my house and I think about doing things, but I don't do things. You might have found yourself in that energy, Aquarius, where like you're thinking of doing a lot of things. You might even be moving around. One time I caught myself literally walking in circles in my house. I don't know why, but yeah, I never actually did anything. So it's like unproductive energy, and it might even be emotionally or mentally draining to you, right? So if you could find something that you could incorporate to keep it more grounded, that would help you to feel more present in the present moment. For instance, when I can't think of anything to do, you know what I do? I paint or color. I have a coloring book. I'm not going to solve the world's problems by doing that, but it helps me to focus my energy. So tactile things. Okay. It's not always about solving the problems of the world, Aquarius, but I know a lot of Aquarians' minds want to go there. That's just part of the sun sign of Aquarius, but sometimes it's just about coloring a picture, or enjoying a meal. Okay. So you have the Empress and the Hierophant. This is my self-care card. This is being more softer, patient, grounded, that type of vibe, letting things come to you, being dutiful, committed. Some of you have a relationship here that you're fostering, that you want to love, that you want to nurture. Some of you, it's the relationship with yourself and loving yourself and nurturing that. There's a bit of guardedness here, Aquarius, in the energy, but there's also strength showing up, and then the devil. Some of you, you try to be stronger than you really, I don't want to say than you really are, but then what you're really feeling. Here's the thing, Aquarius, when your mind becomes scattered, okay, like I just described, that's usually when you're out of alignment. That's usually when you're out of balance, right? Because even though you're an air sign, you're a focused, fixed air sign. So, yeah, you have a tendency to be in your head and your thoughts get scattered. But when you're really in alignment, it's like laser focus, laser clarity. You're able to create from that space. So, when you catch yourself being absent-minded, you're not being here now. You're not in alignment. Okay, so when you start to catch yourself floating off like that this week, refocus your energy. Otherwise, it can get kind of toxic and it can alienate you. It could put you in a space of feeling lack or just a really uncomfortable emotional space, right? So let's see who you're connecting with. The Tower. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, the Tower. I'm going to tell you why that makes sense here in a minute. The Seven of Cups. So that sounded bad. The Seven of Cups. Okay, so they have the Tower, the Seven of Cups, and Temperance. So here's why you need to focus on self-care and you. If you start to focus on this person over here, this unstable, confused person, you're going to jack up your energy. Then you're going to get scattered. You're going to find yourself being absent-minded. You're going to try to be in the present moment, but then get drug over here and then try to find, and it's a vicious cycle. Okay. A toxic cycle. Because there's someone in the energy here or that you're connecting with that is emotionally unstable, or they've just had a big tower moment that's got them questioning like how they feel and where they're going, and it's creating confusion for this person, but at the same time it's opening up the door for them to make a different or new choice, or approach is the word that I got. This person may feel out of control. Also, my throat chakra is bothering me. They're needing to temper themselves. This person might have quite the temper, or they might get quite moody. And the reason that they're moody is because they have emotional turmoil going on. And now some of you are a safe haven for this person. Okay? Or because your energy is more stable, for my Aquariuses that are staying focused, then you can provide that if you want to for this person. Some of you may be best to stay clear, depending on where you're at in your life. This person may be looking to you to be a safe haven for them. But I actually feel like this person is being guided to be their own safe haven and not to depend on you or other people to make things okay for them. Like there's some emotional growth going on, an awakening going on. This person's getting a jolt that's helping them to open their eyes to something they were previously confused about. And it's to take better care of themselves, to be there for themselves. See, here's the thing about Aquarian energy. Aquarian energy tends to attract those that are looking for a safe person or a safe haven or whatever. This has been a repeated pattern in my life. And you guys, okay, I'm Aquarius. And I know a lot of other Aquarians that I'm friends with that this is their story as well. We tend to adopt those that need it. You know, we tend to invite those that other people would shun into our lives because there is this sense of being the one to understand someone that no one else can understand, right? And so, as a consequence of that, sometimes Aquarians tend to draw in people that want to feed off of that or that end up becoming dependent on that for them to feel okay or good or whatever. And it's like this person needs to find their own source of abundance, their own source of self, their own sense of self. And that's actually on their spiritual path to do, and they are making progress there. They are. Now, you can choose to embrace this person, and a lot of you probably will. But some of you may choose to let this person go through this tower moment on their own. So, letting go. Oh my God, some of you need to let go of the politics when it comes to this person or connection. Or sometimes this person has you believing they're one thing when they're the other, and you get duped. Be careful about that. But there is something here about letting go of the politics, the rhetoric, the issue, the story. Oh my gosh, some of you want to be a safe haven for someone that's a snake in the grass. Oh my God, Aquarius. Okay, here's how you can tell if someone has good intentions for you or not. If they have good intentions for you, you feel clear, you feel comfortable around them, they don't affect you to a high degree. If someone has maybe some not so good intentions, they will confuse you, you will feel scattered brain, it'll pull out your insecurities, and that's how you know. Okay, I'm not saying for all of you this person's a snake in the grass, but some of you they are. And here you are like Mother Teresa, or I don't know, I don't want to compare Aquarians to Mother Teresa, but here you are in your Aquarian energy like, I will care for you, and this person don't care for you, you know, or they're in it for the stability, and when they get the stability, they're out, you know, or something like that, okay? And that's not going to be all of you, but some of you, there's a caveat of you that's what it is. So be aware. I have definitely thought people were friends of mine until their true colors came out, and then I was like, oh, okay. You know. So, yeah, serenity. Here's your guidance card. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is a time to honor, nurture, and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Do not let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity. Some of you might have some resentment built up towards this person, but you want to love them anyways because you're an Aquarian and that's what you freaking do. But this is saying, like, honor yourself first. If you can honor yourself and love them, good. But if you cannot and you have to go against yourself to do that, then maybe not, right? Could be dealing with a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, Taurus again, Sagittarius. Could be another Aquarius, Capricorn, or Virgo. Oh my God, this is my longest live ever. That's what happens when I don't go live for 2 weeks. Then I'm like, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay, Pisces. Let's do a moon ritual with wine. That's what I'm talking about. We should do a Zoom. A Zoom wine night. All right, Pisces. I do miss you guys when I don't go live. I really do. Okay. Pisces. Okay. So, Pisces. The first thing I saw when I closed my eyes was a cupcake. So some of you like cupcakes, you're eating cupcakes, I'm not really sure. Take it or leave it. And then I saw the silhouette of a person. And then I saw it was like this. It was like a crystal, but I heard love potion number 9, which is a perfume, right? All kind of random images. And then I heard Riders on the Storm in the background, which is an old song. So if I had to put all of those together, I would say it's a very feminine energy that's coming through. This my feminine Pisces, I feel this is your vibe, but if you're a male Pisces, you could be dealing with a feminine like that likes some of those things or has some of those traits. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I don't even know what to make of all of that. So, love potion number 9. Where did I get that? Some of you making love potions? What are you doing? Riders on the Storm. It's a bit of a magic, isn't it? It's a bit of a magical type of energy. Some of you into magic. Some of you intuits yourself. Some of you are going to be doing some moon rituals, possibly. But it is kind of this elusive, magical energy surrounding Pisces. So you have the 4th house of roots, which is talking about your family, your home, your background, your comfort, your inner world, real estate, self-care, rejuvenation. This card is totally the opposite of everything I was feeling. Like, I think I tapped into some of my Pisces shadows. Because I was feeling more like this love, sensual, almost hippie-like energy. I can't even describe it to you. Like, I might be tapping into like one specific person right now and not meaning to, but whatever. Page of Cups, friendship. Some of you might be connecting with someone that has that energy about them, or you're connecting with someone that's a bit opposite of you. Maybe you're in that energy and the person you're connecting with is more like practically minded or very focused on like their finance or their real estate or home or something like that. And take it as it resonates. But I feel like there's an opportunity to connect this upcoming week, like an opportunity to open up within a specific connection. I feel that could be involving family, but it could be any relationship, really. It's just like, what is the song Riders on the Storm about? Why did I keep hearing it? What is that song about? Does anybody know? I know it's the doors. Are you a hippie-ish Pisces? Okay. Oh my gosh, some of you are connecting with a Virgo because they got the lazy card. Some of you have been a little lazy when it comes to things that you need to get done, or a little lazy when it comes to your self-care. Maybe even caught up in like Pisces land where you're getting caught up in like romance or drama or this dreaminess. I keep wanting to go there. Like my mind keeps wanting to slip over there. And like daydreaming a lot, imagination, that type of energy, thinking about connections, wanting to vacation more as opposed to like be in the practical world. Some of you need a vacation or you just had a vacation. Or you could be connecting with someone that has this blase energy about them, but I actually feel it's you. Like blase. Or maybe, I guess if it's the opposite, then I would read it as, and I think this is if you're a masculine Pisces, but take it as it resonates, that like somebody's trying to get down to business and do things that need to be done, and the other person is like blase. Like, yeah. And if you're not dealing with another person, then this is the two sides of yourself, like knowing you need to get stuff done and then being kind of lazy about it, or, you know, maybe getting distracted or being pulled in a different direction or something like that. Or it's like, okay, I've got to get something done, but then your friend calls and you're like, well, that sounds a lot more fun than like vacuuming my living room. So you go with the friend or something like that. You know? You have the Magician here. Yeah, the Chariot and the Fool. So the Magician to me is talking about like getting things done, you know, and then kind of looking at things that need to be done and being like, well, I would rather be over here. There's a bit of impulsivity showing up, or yeah, be careful with that, Pisces. But some of you just might be dealing with an Aries. But it's like you are in this space where you have the power of imagination and manifestation available to you. But it's like, where do you want to channel your energy? And some of you are like, well, I want to think. I would rather just kind of be lazy. I don't even want to call it lazy, but like just meditating or chilling out on something versus having or being forced to take action, you know? Not wanting to be forced to do something that you don't want to do. Like I feel this energy coming through for Pisces of like, don't tell me what to do. I will get to it when I get to it in my own time, you know. And for some reason, that's working for you. I mean, it will work for you this week. It's like being chill. It's like bringing some sort of chill to to what it is that you're doing. Or needing to do that. Like not getting stressed out and trying to overdo things, overwork things, but just kind of like chilling out a little bit, enjoying life a little bit, letting yourself be lazy when you're tired, not pushing yourself beyond that. Some of you have manifested forward movement into a new beginning, and that's right on the horizon here. But in due time, when it's time, because I do feel like if you try to push an issue or if you try to push something before it's ready, it'll create confusion in the energy and a lack of clarity here. Look at this card. This is playfulness. That's what I was feeling, like this playfulness here. Ooh, who are you dealing with? The Seven of Swords? Seven of Swords, the Strength card. the Star, Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Cancer energy here. The Eight of Discs. The Ten of Wands, the King of Discs, and the Two of Cups. Okay. So, Pisces, whoever you're connecting with energetically or this upcoming week, they have made some false promises here in the hopes that it would create some sort of healing, or this person may be saying like, yeah, I'm working on it. I got this, but they're lying a little bit. They're not being fully truthful with you, you know, or it's like a sense of, yes, false promises. This person pretending that they're on top of something or they're doing better maybe, and that they're working on something the best that they can, but maybe they're not giving it their full effort, or maybe that's not 100% what's happening in the background. This person kind of has a false sense of confidence, meaning they feel confident before they've even accomplished anything. You know, do you know what I'm saying when I say that? You ever meet someone and they brag and they say they want to give other people advice, but they don't, their life is not an example of that. Like they don't have anything to actually show for that, but yet they tell everybody else how to live. You know, it's like the person who's been divorced 7 times giving relationship advice to another person, and you're like, how'd that work out for you? You know? No judgment, but you know what I'm saying? Like you have to have some discernment with who you're getting advice from and on what topic. So it's like this person there's a falseness here to something about the way they present themselves, and they may not even be aware of it. Because I also find when you run into people like that they really believe that they are the best person to give advice, you know? So this person might not be intentionally deceiving, but it's like they really believe their own BS, you know, or they really believe the story that they tell, or they really want you to believe it. I'm sorry, I'm being so hard on this person. And keep in mind, it could be vice versa. But I feel like you're dealing with more than one person here. Because here's this other energy. And if it's not more than one person, then there's 2 different sides here. So then there's this earthy energy showing up. This could be someone you're a soulmate with, whether it's a friend or family or intimate, that is an actual hard worker and has evidence. Like they're able to show, like, I give good advice as evidenced by my own success, you know? And that's the person you're meant to connect with. That's the person you're meant to get something solid out of. And it could be, like I said, an intimate partner, but it could be a family or friend member. When you are interacting with people this week, Pisces, and they are trying to present themselves to you, take a look at how well they take their own advice, you know, before you latch on to that. Because you've got a person here that's solid, that's trustworthy, that's a viable candidate. Some of you, this is within work, that you feel a connection with. But it could also be an intimate partner. And then you have someone else over here that you're dealing with, I feel, that is a bit full of it. Can you sniff it out? Maybe. Okay. Now, if you're not dealing with more than one person, then I feel like this person is trying to fake it till they make it, and eventually they will make it. But right now, they're not being quite honest with where they're at. Just saying. Okay, so let's get some guidance before I put these away here. And I still have Riders on the Storm playing in the background. I cannot believe I've been live for 4 hours. That was my entire Saturday. Hi. Self-sabotage, that would be the card. I feel this is for your cross watcher, but it could also be for you. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. Exactly. So be careful who you take advice from. That's what I'm saying. Be careful who influences your inner voice, your inner dialogue. Okay, could be dealing with a Leo. I've got Aquarius. I've got Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo, Cancer, and Aries. Could be another Pisces. Those are the predominant zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind, it can be any zodiac sign. Oh my gosh, I've been on here forever. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. I would love to see those pages grow. Just in case anything happens to YouTube, y'all can find me on multiple platforms. I try to extend myself to multiple platforms, but I really appreciate the love and support, and for you guys helping me to get to 150,000 and beyond. And I love you so much. Till next time, my friends. Namaste. Bye.